to die in battle. Welcome, Dowie brethrens. Today we play Ungrim Iron Fist. Alright, we're playing the Slayer King. And what we've been doing is playing on Legendary very hard, as always. That's what we always do in these streams. And we have access to a lot of new Slayer units. And let's crack into it. So, one of the biggest things for Ungrim specifically was, as part of having Slayers, you had a lot of attrition, so you couldn't do many fights in a turn. Replenishment has been fixed. You have a replenishment hero that you can have access to like turn 4 as Ungrim specifically. Also on top of that one, we had lower amounts of growth as part of the FLC changes. The dwarves have been given growth. So lots of really good things have been given. What is Iron Man mode? Good question. Iron Man mode, I'm pretty sure, is just basically a way that the player can save. Well, I think without it, you can save. It's basically the replacement of, what's it called? Battle realism, I believe. I think it's replacement of battle realism is what Iron Mode is, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, how you boys doing? Good to see you here. Good to be here, excuse me. Good to see you guys. Hope all of you are doing well and that you're looking forward to Friday. Right, let's jump it in. Yeah, so we're going to have to wait and see how this functions. I'm excited to play because obviously now with the new Slayer-esque units, we've got access to a lot of really good things. So we still start off with a Runesmith with the DLC activated. The victory conditions, of course, are all the same. The Great Slayer Mobobby is going to be a... Yeah, so you need a tier 5 settlement to complete your short victory condition. But with, obviously, all the new changes towards the dwarves, it's not going to be as bad. From the get-go, you can actually recruit a Dragon Slayer, but make sure to delay recruiting it until you've taken Nashrak's Lair. Otherwise, you won't be able to put it in your army accordingly. And it comes out on the 30th. It does indeed. Comes out the 30th, so 4 days, my friend. 4 days. So yeah, we get double Quarreler situation, Thunderers, Iron Drakes with the increase of the range. Nice. Salutations, fellow Slayer. Hello, MBG. Dowie from another hold. Good to see you, boys. And redo indeed. To die in battle. Yo, Andreas, what's up, dude? How we doing, boys? How we doing, Dowie from another hold? Hope you guys are doing well. What you boys been up to? How y'all doing? I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes, because with the new changes to Slayers, I think it's going to be such a good change for Ungrim. And especially since Journey's End's a 50%er. My goodness. It's going to be juicy. So what we can do is just slowly move up. Might as well take advantage of the range that we have. Might as well. Too many times you declare war on me during your Catherine campaigns? That's very rare that an Autotide would declare war on an Autotide. The Slayer King. Yeah, look at the additional range here. Insane big difference. Insane big difference. You excited for the new DLC? Hell yeah, dude. It's good with new Thunderers. Yeah, I mean, just in general, the new Trollhammers are really strong. I'm assuming the second these guys have gotten towards us, they will most likely rout. Honestly, we can probably throw in the Slayers. The really crazy thing is, I'm now using Slayers as more of a cavalry unit. Especially with all the range increases that you can get with Ungrim now. Actually, the speed increases. Like, it's so good just to flank around. Alright, nice. Should be able to just keep shooting and pew-pewing this dude. Might be able to get the Trollhammers on him as well. Oh, you posted me. What's up, buddy? I should have kept moving. Yo, correctly. How we doing, man? Yeah, as long as you get the stagger on him, it should be fine. And like I said, you just want to use these guys as a cavalry-esque unit. This poor lad. It's such a weird thing. Recommending people to use a Slayer like a cavalry. But honestly, it is fundamentally what they're really good at doing now. Really, really worthwhile. Surprised Ambulance Buttons hasn't kicked in yet. I'm surprised. I was going to say, yeah. It's one of those really weird things where if you play the game as much as I have, you get a really weird sixth sense for when, Ambulance Buttons is going to come in. Hey, Overlord. Our Confederate Ungrim earlier as Malachi is still better, but 10% inventory speed isn't too bad. Yeah, I guess it depends. It depends on what you're looking for, right, Victor? Because Malachi obviously gives really, really good bonuses to artillery and things like that, and so, Ungrim can confederate Malachi or vice versa. It doesn't necessarily matter, right? And Loco did not, mate. He didn't get a chance to play them and use them just yet. Can't believe, 0 casualties lost. It's the new changes to the Slayers, making them a lot better. Giving them the speed they need to catch up to whatever they need to attack. Yo, Chromium. Yeah, look, can't take any replenishment. So I'm going to execute and loot them. Why not, eh? I would be intrigued to see if it's actually worthwhile me moving towards the north. Instead of going south, but I feel like south is such an easy way of getting a lot of good stuff. Long time ago, I used to do a lot of Slayers versus high elf archers as cavalry in multiplayer. Yep, works well. How fast are those dwarf Slayers anyway? I think you can get relatively easily up to 50% additional speed on them. So you get them to about 60 speed, which is obviously nearing the levels of cavalry for greenskins. So yeah, pretty damn good. Somebody was mentioning in like a comment section that they have a cap on their animations, but that's not true. I think they said like 44 was the cap, and that's not true. Obviously they have the ability. They're able to, run relatively quick with the bonuses and things you have access to in game. Is a steep learning curve using the Slayers at early versus mid game. Did the new units change it? Good question. I think it makes it a lot easier to know exactly what you should fight with what. Because Doomseekers are obviously heavily anti-inventory. Normal Slayers and the big Slayer variants are specialized in killing large stuff, whereas Doomseekers is infantry. So it makes it a lot easier to know what goes where. For example, a Doomseeker is not going to perform as well as a Slayer will against a, large entity. So I guess it simplifies the conditions of what you need to follow. But as you start getting later and later into the game, and you see that Ungrim has, or hit his critical mass per se, of getting all of the relative bonuses and things like that for your army, you'll be fine. I think Slayers are now applicable at pretty much all points in the game due to the buffs towards replenishment and due to the buffs towards Slayers themselves. So you have to get the increased Slayer speed. Tech. Yeah, so it's tech. Ungrim specifically, his bonuses that he provides. And then you get skills that do it as well. So there's a lot of availability to upgrades. A lot of availability of upgrades. Alright, we'll go for the archers on this side. Unless we just want to kill the folks in this middle. Because Slayers honestly do start slapping. Because we can get Journey's End to 50%. So, we're going to get to the point where we're not bothered at all, right? Wow, these guys are really packing a punch. Classic. The Wag came through. I don't know if I'm killing my own troops. I think I'm killing my own troops there. I think there's a relatively large chance that I was just murdering my own troops by accident. But you can see it's obviously 44 baseline for Ungrim because he gives 10% movement speed. But yeah, there's a ton of bonuses and buffs you can give him. I mean, the best thing is obviously we get a lot of access. Look at this. The Quarrels are losing to goblins. Yeah, the difference between using like a lot of cheats for the AIs and not is so big. Like, the unit performance is so much better when the AI has the bonuses from the battle difficulty. It's crazy. Nice. So yeah, took a bit of attrition there, but we should be able to take replenishment from the fight. But Chromium, I'll go for it, and I'll show you what I'm going to be looking for to buff. As, yeah. Anti-inventory Slayer seems very weird to me. Well, yeah, it's because it's been anti-lies for so long, but it makes sense to have, you know, some kind of anti-inventory in there, because Doomslayers would be good for that. What's this? Manling coins are like their words. Never trust them. Use your weighting scales and keep your axe handy. It's a dwarven saying that, apparently. I like that. I like that. Manling coins are like their words. Never trust them. I guess it's kind of... It does make sense. Dwarves, typically speaking, don't like other folks. Then, most of the time, that's always the case throughout Warhammer lore. High Elves hate everybody. Right, let's go into... I'm thinking I'm going to go into growth here. Replenishment will be nice as well at the same time. Go double growth. So the tech in question is in clans. We get 20% speed for Slayers here. And we can give them tons and tons of bonuses. We go 10% speed just from marching songs. And yeah, just in general, it is pretty damn good. As you can see, these are the two options for speed. And then we're going to get relative heroes and stuff like that as well. So the ward save, excuse me, the leadership is not going to do too much for me. Ambush success chance plus 10%. Might not be terrible. Bit of a shame that the bonuses here, we got PS1 Hagrid. A couple PS1 Hagrids here. We'll go into Cunning, because I think Poison might be really, really nice for them. And then Ungrim, in his bonuses, we get bonuses large for our Slayers, loads of melee attack, loads of casualty replenishment rate, and we get the 50% Journey's End, and weapon strength from there, missile resistance, and loads more casualty replenishment rate. Yeah, honestly, Slayers become unbelievably powerful. Yeah, of course can. So the Dragon Slayer specifically also provides what we're looking for, which is... oh, it's not the Dragon Slayer. The Dragon Slayer, it's Garagrim. Garagrim gives is it. But you get access to like Colossal Smash, bonuses is large, charge bonus, corruption reductions, weapon strength. You don't get Terror, but you get Worthy Foe. Just a lot of other elements of either resistances or speed, and obviously the replenishment troops is honestly the biggest thing there. So we have a lot of availability of weapon strength towards whatever we might be fighting, but for me personally, I'm going to go into Inspiring Presence because I want to buff up my Slayers as soon as possible, as I have access to recruit them instantly. I'm not going to go to Scouting because sharpened weapons will replace that straight away. Are you having fun with the access? Yeah, man. Really, really good stuff so far. Is it true that Ungrim has a new ability that allows entities not to die in battle? Yes and no. Ungrim has always had this, which is Journey's End, which enables dwarves not, excuse me, Slayers specifically not to die if they have 75% above HP. But right now he gives it to 50% once you get level, I think it's like level 15 you can get it. So he gives a lot of really, really good stuff. But no, there's a massive Felcher, massive changes towards free LC and all sorts of stuff. So if you haven't had an opportunity to pick up the game in recent times, even without the DLC, it's well worth giving it another shot. Can the Runesmith speed everyone for even more speed? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. The wait, actually, that will be kind of bonkers. Another 45% speed. Although the sad thing is, so the percentiles, it's additive, it's not cumulative. So if you have like 10% speed additionally, it'll go off of the original value of the speed, not what your current speed is. Otherwise, it would be crazy levels of speed with all these bonuses. Because right now, obviously, we're on 44, but once we get this one through the door, we'll get up to 48. And then once we get Garagrim and we've recruited all these Slayers, we'll get there even further. We can use a couple of these Slayer pirates, but I like them and hate them at the same time. Because they have... It's just the problem is their weapon strength is so much lower. That's the only issue that I have with them, so I'm just going to recruit normal Slayers. We'll probably have to recruit another Lord. I don't know why I'm getting given so much money straight away. So what I did last time was I recruited a secondary army. Oh, no, I remember what I need to do. I've just remembered the MLG strat now. Yep, I've remembered the MLG strat. Do you know what? For the boys, I'll do pirates. For the boys, I'll do the pirates. The MLG strat is getting a gyrocopter. And then you use a secondary army, and you can easily crush Azag by yourself. This is the most optimal way of doing it, from memory. Get an engineer and get a gyrocopter, and you can go crush everything to the north. I'm glad I remembered.
Yes?
I'm glad I remembered. Yar me mateys. It's funny because they hop around as well. They have one leg. They do have one leg. Ungrim is going to be such a pain if you play Azag? Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on how the AI plays him, right? Guess it depends on how the AI plays him. Because I don't know if the AI specifically gets the bonuses of Age of Reckoning. If so, that would be relatively scary. Did a quick calculations. Ungrim would be the best optimized if you had 3 battle barges, 4 units of pirates, 6 others. And Jay, what did you base your calculations off? Out of interest. Right, so into the gather the throngs. We do want to move towards the Slayer stuff. Interlocking shields is not a terrible thing in the meantime. But here's Garagrim, obviously, and if you're not aware, Garagrim is related to Ungrim. So the main goal here is to ensure that we can get access into that. So it might be a case of moving here, chucking you in here. As you see, you'll see the difference instantaneously. Look, almost full HP now from that replenishment. And then we'll do double Slayerage. Do you know what, we'll try. I've not tried this before. I'm gonna do as many Slayer pirates as I can, because Grimnir's Air still gets buff from them. We'll try a quadruple Slayer pirate start, just to see how well they play. I'm gonna lack a front line doing that though. I would like a front line, because right now I won't technically be able to run at them. The Demon Slayers are... They leave a little bit to be desired, I think is probably one of the ways to describe it. Oh, hold on. Glorious Death. Effect range 55 meters, duration 40 seconds, cooldown 127 seconds. 120, sorry. So we can give Glorious Death towards Slayers, and they cannot die. So that meant if we lost the 50 percentile threshold, then we could make them instantly not die again. Not too bad. Sort of, probably what will happen is, you know, similar vibe to...
to die in battle.
Having like a crown for crumbling vampire units and stuff like that. Right. So yeah, we really need Garagrim in the army.
Aye.
Yo, James. Getting Garagrim's gonna be huge.
To die in battle.
Yeah, Hiram, hope that helped you. Hiram. Onin. God, my brain is not working today. What building do you need normally? I think it's the Range-esque building. I'll show you in a sec. Because they've done a good job with separating buildings out to their own unique identity. Which would be... only specific... Wait, where are the Slayer Pirates? Where are the Slayer pirates? Because we only get it from the unique building here. Maybe Ungrim specifically doesn't have it. Oh, maybe if I check on these guys. Ah, right. So it's the Slayer Shrine. So the Slayer Shrine still exists at tier 3. You can get them. Maybe it's because of the mine settlement. We'll have to take another capital.
I am the Slayer King.
I am the Slayer King. So here's where we'll attack and then recruit one of these bad boys. So obviously we've got a lot of pirates here now. So I'm going to be intrigued to see how they perform. The Dragon Slayer will help. We've got Dragon Slayer, Demon Slayer. Nice. I missed it? What, in the main capital? Because I think the landmark consumes the Slayer Shrine. That's the thing. I think this landmark existing makes it so you can't build the Slayer Shrine, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. So, oh, it's unique to Karadrin having that. No, I know it's the landmark, but you won't have that landmark for every settlement, right? That's the whole point. You won't have that landmark for the rest of your settlements. So I was checking where else you could build the Slayer building. Well, what's the actual building? Find a balance between single entity damage and infantry damage. Interesting. Honestly, Jay, I kid you not, from my testing, 19 Slayers alone, just Giant Slayers, the Doomseekers, any of those, perform extremely well, with Ungrim specifically. Just having an army of Slayers will pretty much just kill everything. Just due to how kind of bonkers they are. Right. So this is going to be a little bit different, because I've got Slayer Pirates this time. But I'm going to focus on the right-hand side of the battlefield here. Yeah, using the Slayers with Ungrim, it's a whole different world. Okay, let's have a look at the stat line. We do have Poison, which will help us quite a bit. 35% fire resistance, because we're a Dragon Slayer, like that. Support. So what's our speed rocking now? We're at 48, so yeah, that's like I said. So if we were to give Rune of Speed, it would put us up to a, what was it, 45% speed. So what's that? 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. So an additional 18 speed. Which isn't obviously terrible at all. Interesting to see how they're positioning the way they are. We'll move up towards what they're doing here. I'm just trying to position these Slayer Pirates where if they come towards me, we'll kill them. So let's get a little box there. While they're in the position, I'm transitioning towards the right-hand side. We'll just make sure we're punishing them. Oh, I don't think we have anything that's squishy per se. Yeah, we really don't have much on the army that's squishy. Let's pull that way. So all my dudes can pretty much just hold their own. Let's kind of reposition it here. I really don't want to be downward facing charged, but sometimes it do be like that. Because yeah, this is the problem with them not being anti-large right here. I don't know if the volleys that they're shooting is actually akin to what you'd expect damage-wise. It certainly doesn't feel it. It certainly doesn't feel like I should be doing as little damage as this. And hey, Dizzy. I think I'll just test them more. I think I'm just going to need to test them more. Because yeah, the damage I'm doing doesn't feel as high as you'd expect. This is Wendy's, yeah, kind of classic. Don't have any dossiers. Have no unique voice lines. Yeah. Would have been cool for sure. Yeah, I think this is my testing of the Slayer Pirates, and I'm not vibing with them. The melee stat line's similar, but the damage they do is so much lower. They do fire while moving, so it's not terrible in that regard. I like them for that. Let me increase this boy's speed and we'll run towards the goblin archers over here. So yeah, 66 speed. Absolutely zooming. Okay, with that, we're expecting to take a little bit of casualties here, which is unfortunate because... Oh my god, these guys took so much damage. Look at that, that's all in one burst. That is a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with the normal slayers, it seems. It's going to delay our ability to upgrade, but it should be fine. Going to delay our ability to upgrade, but... or get Ungrim, excuse me, but it should be fine. Getting a bit more of a sloppier fight than expected, but... should be okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the Slayer pirates, honestly, boys. I don't think I like from looking at the unit, you would assume I would love them, but they don't seem all that good. What have you guys' thoughts on them? Yeah, they do. They get the Journey's End and whatnot, but I just think their damage is so much lower, like the weapon strength in melee. And their missile strength does seem obviously amazing, but it doesn't feel like it hits as hard as it should. But maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just my personal thoughts right now. I'd have to ask the creators to see what they think. But there's probably nobody that's played Dwarves as much as I had. You know, I was watching this fight. Yeah, I actually feel like these are pretty bad. Like their weapon strength is not, their missile strength is not enough to make up for the fact that they're taking this much damage. Because what's their health pool? 8.6k to 8.6k. Yeah, wow. You seem like a Side Auxiliary unit, like 1 or 2. Yeah. Then again, what do the Slayer pirates do that normal Slayers wouldn't? Right, that's kind of like the main consideration for me. What are they then enabling within the army? I know they can shoot, but you know the range is not exactly crazy. Yeah, I guess this. I understand it's shooting, but their range additionals is not like enough for me to be like, wow, I have to have this in an army, right? But maybe the morale elements, all the morale elements that they bring to the table in relation to the singing and stuff is something we shouldn't pass up on. You know, something we definitely shouldn't be underselling here. Apparently they're good in multiplayer. Yeah, I guess that's... I mean, the Dwarves have never had anything that does this, right? So it makes sense. Having a unit that skirmishes, it'll be good for multiplayer. Because it's equally, the way that... The needs of the player is different in the difficulties and in the scenarios you put them in, right? Against goblins, having something that's kind of like skirmish heavy like this doesn't really do much for me, when I can probably just run at them with either Dwarf Warriors or whatever. Resurrected Thunder's even worse than the Slayer Pirates. Really? Deal almost no damage. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if there's bugs, potentially, or some weird behavior with it. Weird behavior with it all. But yeah, Twin Dragon, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, maybe I just didn't play it as how I should have done. Can you hover over the Thunder Badge Tier 5 in hero capacity buildings? Yeah, Toggle. I got you, homie. I got you. Yo, Creator, what's up, dude? I'll do it as soon as this loads in. Yeah, annoyingly, we lost a couple Slayers there, which means it's going to take me a little bit more to get Ungrim. I was really worried today. My dog tried to eat a bee. I was worried she was going to end up with like she was going to get stung and with a really puffy face. Right. So we lost... How many slides do we have left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. It's going to take us at least a couple more turns. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not the vibe. You should be more careful like that, damn it. So, Thunder Barge building. Is that what you're asking for? So you get 2 capacity for engineers and 2 recruit rank for engineers. Smithy gives you global and local, alongside the same capacity and recruit rank. And I think that's it. And then I guess Thane is just one more capacity once you create them. So you'd need a tier 3 to get 2 Thanes. And you can also recruit the rank increase. Probably from work and Steam. It's bound to be a banger. Nice. Yo, Sharky, much love.
I grow restless.
Back to Warhammer 2 levels? Indeed. Indeed, my friend.
Demon Slayer.
Right, Ungrim's probably going to have to continue to keep recruiting Slayers. Recruiting Dwarf Warriors because they're tier 0 now. Thank you very much. No worries, dude. Right, finally get Wrath of Ruin. That's going to help an awful lot. Replenish Troop as well. Replenish Troop is going to be a must because we're going to take a lot of damage. We're recruiting quite a lot of Slayers here, so hopefully we'll be able to get action there. Maintain... Oh, so you can use the maintenance of the Slayers anywhere. So we got 4 of those bad boys. Like I said, once you get engineers over on this army, excuse me, the gyrocopters, you can easily use this dude to go fight by yourself. And we might even put Garagrim in there to fight Azag. And you can do both at once. We did it the very first time on the playthrough, pre-DLC, and obviously with the DLC now, it'll be even easier, I'd expect.
I am the Slayer King.
I am the Slayer King. Can you get as many as your army can buy? As far as I'm aware, you can get as many as your army can buy. So if you wanted to do 19, you know, 19 Thunder Badges, by all means. But maybe it's different for per faction. Shoving bus, blunderbuss is so much, I don't think dwarves can get close to the DPS. Yeah. I guess it's... There's differences, right? Chorf's frontline is not as good as what you would expect specifically for what we're doing here. I think we're going to struggle to potentially win this fight. Because my Dragon Slayer has a lot of health needed to come. Can I walk over here and still recruit? I think I can. But it means I won't be able to attack. Oh wait, hold on, I might be able to attack. Right, if I get baited by the by that, I'm gonna be so sad. Let's get some gyrocopters in. This army's gonna become really, really goddamn good. So you can see now, you can recruit the Slayers anywhere.
To die in battle.
To die in battle. So we'll do with this one. We can jump over to Skarsnik, and like I said, we're gonna go murder these because Azag's army is gonna be towards this settlement. Feather dwarves more or chaos dwarves? Chaos dwarves don't exist, so I prefer the normal dwarves.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
I've liked normal dwarves since Warhammer 1. The Axe of Dargo is getting thirsty. Thirsty? Absolutely. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Want some chain shot? Yeah, it's a shame that the grapple shot isn't accessible for all dwarves. Same with grape shot, excuse me. Same with the Empire as well. Only Elspeth can get it. Right, if I get baited here, I'm gonna be fuming. Oh wow, we only just can attack. That is mad. And we'll make sure Garagrim goes in the army as well. Not having gyrocopters is straight doo-doo though here. To war. We meet with Grimnir. We'll move here. And we'll recruit... double gyros, honestly. Screw it. Yeah, this with the Slayer Pirates aren't really going to do too much for me here. We're getting Garagrim from the get-go to enable us to have Hurricane of Death. He'll be very, very goddamn good at killing infantry here. Father and son recruited, wholesome moment. Indeed. Forget to get us an engineer for the second army. Engineer, I probably should level them up, you're not wrong. But typically speaking, the engineer is just not worth it, as it won't really provide too much for that army, because I'm mainly doing slayers, but yeah, might be worth grabbing an engineer and throwing him in there. I definitely think the engineer with some levels will definitely have massively impact. But it's just one of those things of cost right now. I'm conscious of the fact that I'm spending a lot of money because I'm trying to build 2 armies. So anytime I can minimize my costs, I'll try. But it's mental that in most of the armies now in this DLC, you end up with so many heroes. You really do end up with a lot of heroes. Let's move it to this side. I stream on both PD Throw. Creators are allowed to stream multicast now. Twitch allows you to multicast. So whichever is your preferred platform to watch, you can do either. Restock for the Jarvis never sounds bad. Yeah, true, honestly. Do you get restock instantly? I can't remember as engineers. I think you need to level up a few times to get it. But yeah, we'll chuck in an engineer. It's a good shout. We'll get the lads on the gatehouse. Yeah, you can definitely see who's slower and who's faster. Like, this is the difference between 10 speed, which is pretty significant, because you started only over here. And Ungrim's awesome. Ungrim is awesome. I was watching a double earlier, and he was saying that, you know, Snorri could have been an interesting addition instead of Ungrim, but I feel like Ungrim specifically adds a lot more spice for Ungrim, which I'm a fan of. Like, without it, Ungrim would probably feel pretty lackluster, potentially. Love the Von Draken run. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you, man. I really appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have intentions of making guides and all that kind of gubbins, so you guys have some kind of understanding of how to do things if you so choose to. Alright, let's get these guys. I think the Trollhammers are probably going to be better served shooting through the gates. I'm going to use the Slayers to do the same thing as well. I kind of want to avoid shooting into goblins, though. I don't think it'd be worth it. I do not believe it'll be worth it. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Let's stop all my range units shooting for a second. I think smartest thing we do now is probably get the Dwarf Warriors up on the ladders. Nah, actually saying that. Let's go through the gates. What are we being shot at by? If I can create a little bit of a buffer, like get my Dwarf Warriors through here potentially, and the Shaman not to continuously keep hitting me with that, being rude AF. I've really got some troll hits here. Alright, let's now move in. The trolls will do a lot of damage to my Dwarf Warriors, unfortunately. But that is the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. As Dwarf Warriors really, really do not hold up against, you know, things like trolls. Oh my days, he really does get a lot of bonuses. He is kind of a certified unit, not gonna lie. These trolls do not have these trolls do not stand a chance. With the amount of anti-large and damage that we have available to with these single entities. It's honestly one of the trolls' weaknesses, typically speaking, is anything that is, you know, like that. Anything that has the ability to do an awful lot of single target damage, as Dwarf Warriors don't have enough damage to be a threat. Whereas anything else that we're using there obviously has enough damage to start killing entities. And that's where they have to be really careful. Let's get one volley in there and see what it does. Okay. Not incredible, but not terrible, honestly. Are we slower than... Yeah, we're slow. Hold on. Let's give them the rune of speed. Hopefully that's enough. 46 speed, yeah. Oh, this poor goblin is going to be in trouble. Welcome to the pain. Welcome to the murder zone, my friend. Welcome to the murder zone, Nogdrod. Oh my god. Anytime you see Ungrim hitting, you know it's him. Anytime the health bar just absolutely depletes. It's like, yeah, Ungrim's hit again. Yeah, definitely Ungrim's hit again. At least we're getting some decent damage over that side. And annoyingly, they built the barricade there. We can walk around. Once we break through this first initial line, we can start pushing through easily. But yeah, what's your guys' favourite campaign you've seen thus far? Who are you going to be playing when patch 5.0 releases? What are you guys thinking? I don't know if these guys are actually shooting. Malachi? Yeah, Malachi's a classic. Nice, we've actually unlocked Hurricane of Death now. Ungrim's a close second, nice. Grombrindle, love that. Ungrim, Malachi, Elspeth. Yeah, I like that it's a bit of a split bag. Dwarves love that.
We don't shame your ancestors.
Gunnery School? Yeah, the Gunnery School does look really good, in fairness. Once dry Ungrim. Yeah, the 5.0 Ungrim alone is really good. 5.0 Ungrim alone is really good. You're getting the Nurgle and Dwarf packs. Nice. Love that, love that. God, the Slayers are just so squishy. Not having armor like Ungrim has, just, you really see the difference. It's crazy. We just need to make sure my Runesmith is over there. Lots of new interesting lords around him. Yeah, that's a very good point, yeah. I think that's one of the coolest things that Chaos Dwarves did for me, personally. When Chaos Dwarves came in, it added such an insanely cool layer of dynamics. Oh wow, he just spun around. A super layer of mechanics, because, I mean, technically old factions get buffed as part of new factions getting in, depending on what they do. Example, Grimgor unintentionally got a buff by the Chaos Dwarves existing, because he used to be able to get tier 5 at turn 2. Right, so stuff like really cool things like that. So I'm always a big fan when things like that happen. Oh, we've captured this gate, so that's the path of least resistance. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm always a big fan when things like that happen. Oh wow, Ungrim's been attacked by those guys. Dragon Slayer. We can get some shots in over there. Get the Slayers over on the trolls. Now, how the hell did you guys get over there? Are we not able to hit? Can we not shoot through here? I'm going to be surprised if we cannot. We might want to start shooting the arrow tower as well, just to get rid of it. Blood formations to more units. Obviously, I can't speak for them, but I would assume it'd be silly of them not to. Because if it's specific to campaign, no harm in it. So there'd be, yeah, like I said, they'd be silly not to. It'd be a really good opportunity to explore the things you can do in that respect. I'd be all for it as well. As I'm always a big fan when there's, there's cool new things you can do. Because, as I'm sure you can imagine, the shield wall made it so Beligar can get tier 0 units. 95% shield block chance. Crazy. Order kind of thing? I guess it depends. You should never underestimate the power and potential of certain factions and the military might, right? To expect Chaos Warriors not to be, smart enough / trained enough, disciplined enough to do something akin to it, you would expect them to be a strong enough military might to be able to leverage things like that. How's the Slayer Pirate performing? reasonably well, but they're not a unit that you can just send into melee, which we are discovering. Whereas obviously the normal Slayers, by all means, chuck them in melee. They definitely can't be leveraged normally, but they're a decent unit. I quite like them. I just think I'm not going to use a lot of them, is the TLDR for me there. So these guys turn the other way, they are. Nice. I am the Slayer King. I don't know if it's me, but 80 entities shooting 45 missile strength. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe I should have a too high of an expectation of the damage you'd expect them to do. Are they an upgrade of Free Company? Oh yeah, imagine Free Company Militia, Volkmar Edition is probably the best way to describe them. Probably the easiest and best way to describe them is Volkmar Edition, Free Company Militia, but unbreakable and better in melee. So yeah, basically better in every way. Volkmar Edition. Probably shouldn't shoot with you. No way they're that good? Well, I mean, just by default, they have 45 missile strength. Besides speed, oh, they're way faster than those. Like, you have them so they can't die, so they can trade really well in short skirmishes. For Ungrim specifically. Their weapon strength can't be reduced, obviously. You know, they've got Journey's End with Ungrim. A lot of the shots, they also don't seem very accurate. Well, you got to remember their range is very short, right? So when it comes to using range units, one of the biggest factors you'll always have to remember, otherwise it's a bit of an unfair assessment of the unit. You've got to remember that when you're shooting at max range with no ranks or accuracy, your units will be unbelievably garbage and will miss most shots. That is just a fundamental, because their accuracy is so low. Also, I want to try this new spell. That's not half bad, that. So that will basically delete any elite infantry. It's not bad. A free button to delete elite infantry does not seem terrible at all. I'll take that. What does the improved Journey's End do, Jim? Great question, buddy. It changes Journey's End from 75% to 50%. Dwarven Beyblade? Love that. Absolutely. As close to a Dwarven Beyblade as you can get. Let me use the Overcasted Rather in here. Only issue is I'm pretty sure if you overcast you hurt other lords. Like, it sometimes spreads the damage to your other lords nearby. Let's do this. Quarrelers shoot up here if we have ammunition. Get through here. Damage down enough. Not in line with armored corsairs. You can get 100 shooting, like 30 missile strength. Yeah, it depends on, you know, the units, resistances, and what you're fighting and things like that, you know? It's one of the beautiful things about the game, there's a lot of variance. A lot of variance. Okay, let's not lose these Slayers. That would suck if we did. Come on, lads, let's try and take these barricades down. So yeah, the Journey's End coming in clutch there. Shoot over here if we can. Ernest with Unbreakable Pirates just seem some good. I don't know if she can get them. I don't know if she has access to Slayer Pirates. Yeah, hopefully they'll change their mind about that. They definitely should. But I guess it's one of those interesting things where it doesn't necessarily matter. It doesn't necessarily make sense per se for RNS to have loads of them. Does the Slayer trait also apply to missile strength? I don't believe so, but very good question. I don't believe it does, but good question, because I think there's only one unit that has missile strength. So I don't think they'll revolve it around all of them. It's mainly just specific to the weapon strength. To the Realms of Chaos? No idea, Scracklown. Yeah, he's Sicarius. Good to see you. The Goblin Healer. Goblin Healers are cool. And Lexa, thanks for the follow, buddy. Iron Fist family shall unite. Absolutely. Dude, the new... having a ton of... Such a good unit. Having a ton of... sharpened weapons. Replenishment now is so nice.
I grow restless.
So we've got two Slayer-esque... two things doing the same thing, so be careful. Which means I need to recruit the Slayer now. Does make sense. Thank you for the reminder. It really does make sense. Oh, wow. Only artillery, though. Conventional only does artillery. So you definitely want to probably recruit this guy and save him for your Malachi campaign.
Ready to do the guild's bidding.
Might as well give him a cheeky save, eh, boys? Gonna be a very interesting army. Only issue right now is I don't have anyone that can really hold the line. Honestly, annoyingly, I do need to go into the line towards the Slayer stuff, so... We'll need to get Oath Gold for that anyway. Yeah, not having the random RNG ability to get access into the Slayers anymore kind of does suck, but it's a lot more consistent, right? Might be better than Ungrim. Oh yeah, Grant. I was comparing them specifically for Ungrim there for the comparison. I actually honestly wouldn't use them outside of Ungrim. I don't think they're worth it outside of Ungrim, personally. Ooh, I can't afford that. Let me see if there's anything I can declare war on.
I got splan.
Like an odd request, but I'll declare war on the ogres. That'll keep us afloat. With AP, it's a big deal. Yep. What comp are you going for? Good question. Slayers. That's pretty much anything that's got Slayer in the title of the name is what I'm going to recruit. As that's what Ungrim is really good with. Wait, is that 294? Wait, no, I don't have any... It's very tempting to murder this guy. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's done it again. I need to make a bug fix for this. I need to raise a bug thing for this, because if you don't have enough money for the turn, for the next turn, it punishes you with attrition. It's so stupid. Let me load that up again. It is so dumb that it let me remind myself to make a note. Because yeah, it basically punishes you if you don't have 2 turns of income. Is that on live right now, guys? Is that on live right now, or what's the situ there? Like, what's the situ there? Because what happened, since I didn't have 2 turns of income, it made me take a desertion. You'd have the bug? Yeah, I think it might be specific to this patch. Campaign ender? Honestly, it would be. Didn't come with the patch? Yeah. So you can see here, I have enough money as of right now, and we have replenishment, so the predicted income is fine. It's an income bug that's for a while now? Oh, really?
The Empire.
Ostermark will keep us afloat with non-aggression. Templehof can jog on. I'm not confederating any of the minor factions. There's no point doing it. Happened to you before? Right, okay. Is it only Ungrim now? I think it's worked for everybody else. So now when we enter, we shouldn't get desertion. Because losing a lot of your stuff sucks. It's really the little love hat thing's in the way. Can rune? I'm assuming runesmiths. Yeah, keep pace with slayers. No, runesmiths are really slow in comparison to slayers. And Twin Dragon, have a good sleep, buddy. Take care of yourself, lad. No, slayers are super fast. It did it again. Yeah, look, did it again. Because I didn't have 2 turns of money. That is a really, really silly bug. That is a really stupid bug, that. I'm going to have to definitely raise that. But yeah, sorry for the re-loading there, boys. I just wanted to make sure that I understand what's happening. As, yeah, that is not ideal. I think if you go into the negative money and your treasury thing comes up, it always assumes that you're broke. Or something silly like that. I really want to recruit units. But it's almost like it doesn't want me to.
I am the Slayer King.
Recruit 1 at least.
Demon Slayer.
I don't want to slow down my snowball for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm sort of being punished for it. StarCraft 2 or Warcraft 4? You might be waiting a long time, Christian. You may be waiting a long time for that. But the FLC stuff is honestly very, very good. FLC stuff that they've done is very, very, very good. Right, hopefully the bug isn't going to be implied here because we're not trying to recruit too much. Yeah, once again. It hasn't applied the attrition though.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
But it has healed my army.
Aye, it'll be done. Good kid. Grease those axles.
Sure.
Doom Chaser.
Ah, shoot, I could have attacked Khazadid.
Quickly, I've an oath to fulfill.
Hold on. No, please don't run away too far because I need to kill you for money. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Now I'm going to get double attacked by 2 vampires.
I grow restless. One rug. The darkness comes. Ready?
No one's fighting anybody.
I hate.
Yes. Unstop.
Guess this wouldn't be terrible.
I'll poke out you. Go on then.
Obey me. So I hunt. Champion of.
I'm sort of having to recover this now.
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
After the game bugging slightly, which is not ideal. I'm going to have a hard time doing that. I should have just attacked the settlement, honestly. Didn't need to attack the vampires at this point. But with this army, we're going to take a bit of attrition. Kill raid time. Yeah, not having the hero in there does make it look like him, I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to probably move here first. Because I don't believe I can jump over to Mount Gunbad from here. No.
Got then.
Let's see if it actually applies attrition here. We can afford it. The vampires will come and attack us. The gyrocopters are broken, so we should be okay. Obviously, Journey's End doesn't apply for all Slayers, so I don't know why I recruited Slayers in this army. I mean, the Slayers would go in Ungrim's army, in fairness. I'd be surprised if the Vampire faction doesn't attack me with both of their armies. But we'll get a good amount of money from them. I'll be able to kill them with just the gyrocopters alone. Journey's End doesn't apply to all Slayers? I don't think so. Unless I'm mistaken here, lads, but I don't think so. I'd have to check. I think it's only specifically Ungrim's army, but you'd assume it'd be. I guess it's interesting. Let me try, because it's definitely a missed opportunity to not allow it to be utilized for everybody. Yep, just these. I don't think they have anything that's super scary magic-wise. It's wild to me that these gyrocopters have 40 ammunition, and the other gyrocopters have like 0 in comparison. Ah, shoot, got bats.
For the ancestors! Plow through! Charge!
Chuck all these boys over here.
No hurry.
Got the heroes in front. And now all we're going to do is murder these bats. Kill the bats and we'll kill the Lord. It's ironic that the bats are probably one of the most annoying units for me to deal with now. I slow it down. I think you're being chased, so you guys run away. You guys turn around and shoot. It has a gyro bomber now. The gyro bombers have 4 entities, so they're actually relatively solid. Since we're far moving, I'm going to move them towards the bats as well. Just need to kill a few more of them and they'll disintegrate for sure. Let's move towards this side. Yeah, they upped the gyro bombers. Yeah, they upped the gyro bombers and gyrocopters. All of it got buffed. Crap, there's 2 more bats in that army. I'm going to move my engineer over. I need more damage to kill these goddamn bats. The dwarves' worst enemy, no clickbait. I mean, it's in fairness, in multiplayer, it's what you used to do. If you guys ever played multiplayer, it's what the vampires would always do against dwarves, is have at least a few bats to make sure that they didn't allow the gyrocopters to take over. It is a strategy. But so is this a strategy for me, murdering their lord, pew-pewing them an awful lot. Is a Slayer passive fix these days? Yes. It most certainly is. There's a lot of very, very good changes happening. Oh, that's happened in patch 5.0. Journey's End was buffed. Lots of really good stuff. Oh, these guys are hella confused. Okay. Another one of the bats down. Good. So those bats are hard flanking. The dogs now are scary. Honestly, the doggos will probably crush my poor units. My poor Slayers will probably get absolutely obliterated by these doggos. Gonna have to make sure to be okay with them. You're not playing it at the moment, you don't want to ruin it? Yeah, I can understand that. I can totally get that. Because from playing Ungrim, like old Ungrim to this Ungrim is a different game. Actually. It really is a completely different game. It's kind of crazy like that. Yeah, here we go. The dogs are going to be pretty scary, so let's try and combine to attack them here. These guys should crumble. We can technically set up a little staggering situation for the Streltsy. For the Strigori, or what they're called.
The clans unite! Trucks away!
Man, these bats are a gift that keeps on giving. I really expected them to be dead.
Preparing bombing run!
Maybe I should be splitting these off into different groups. Make it a little bit easier, potentially.
Gyrocopter! Get him! Go!
Yeah, we really don't want my engineer to be fighting this lord, because... Yeah, here we go. We should have gotten a... Hopefully put a stagger situation up soon. Because if you can reposition your units accordingly, you can genuinely stagger any lord. That's what we did against... It's what we managed to do against Vlad, anyway. Okay, he's been terror-rated. Unless the Strigor... This dude specifically is so much harder to hit or something. Like, if its hitbox is just way better or something? I'm not quite sure.
Demon Slayer! Slayer going!
I need to make sure he gets his ammunition off.
Gyrocopter! Kazoom! Strike out!
Yeah, this lad is not messing around. He is not messing around at all.
Let the vengeance begin! With your targets,
Have they nerfed gyrocopters? I feel like they might have nerfed gyrocopters, I'm not gonna lie.
Gyrocopter! Yes!
Has this strategy worked perfectly last time I did it?
Nothing can
It's not as
stop
effective,
us.
but maybe I'm just not using them right.
Kill Urks!
Tis always the consideration, and I'm probably doing something wrong.
Get them!
But I guess this dude has regeneration, so he'll regen like crazy. Sucks to lose the engineer here. Go on, lad, come back in. Kargan, we need you. Never mind. We don't need him anyway. Better eat. Who needs that rascal anyway? So now let's do some gyrocopter bombing. Let's make sure we spread out. Use this to the most value. They miss a lot, it seems. Yeah, maybe I just need to get them more levels. Nice. Smooth out.
Trucks away! Go!
Normally they're actually relatively accurate from my experience. Let's use Alt and Control moving,
Move now!
just to make sure that we can get these guys utilizing it to the highest of value.
Let the
I want to make sure I'm getting the most bang for my buck with these hits here. That definitely looks like we are. Maybe we'll move a little bit. Honestly, I feel like if we go maybe a wee bit of a thicker provision. Like that. Oh, that would be perfect. And then we can move you towards them. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect.
As you command.
And then maybe we, on this side, go maybe a bit of a wider formation and use the alt move to put them on there.
Right. Now. Onward.
So I think the thicker provision will go really hard here because we'll hit more stuff. Beautiful. And I can move you, and you guys can keep shooting.
Understood, Lord.
Move you guys over here as well.
Off we go.
I think it's just the terrain we're having issues with.
Go.
And then,
Whoa.
thicker provision with you.
Fly.
You've used ammo, and we've got 2 more. So you guys now are on top.
Onward.
Pop. Beautiful. And then once again,
Yes,
Pop.
Lord. Trucks away.
and then chuck you guys here. We can put you on the side. That should be fine.
The clans unite.
One over here.
Right up.
Thick provision. Move you over this side.
As you command.
Yeah, gyrocopters are really insane though.
Will do.
Yeah. They're insane. They are really, really goddamn good. Like, you just gotta make sure you're using them in the correct way you can. Gyrocopters to aim when you reach level 9. And they're really good. Yeah, because I remember, honestly, using these gyrocopters, and they were so goddamn good. Pinpoint accurate, shot. I killed... I'm pretty sure it was Ungrim last time. I killed Vlad very easily. But maybe we're just not using them as good as we can be. Yo, Artor, it's good to see you, buddy. 1,000 kills with the coppers only. Well, that's the gyro bombs. That's the bombs they drop out. Plus, it's like low tier trash, right? Thankfully, the Slayers held themselves. And we should be able to replenish the majority of these Slayers through the replenishment option. I mean, Dalid Stronghold did not shame his ancestors this day. Thankfully, we've got a lot of bang for our buck there. Start with this challenge if you unlock him. 8. Basically, all you need to do is get 8. What's the word? 8 Slayers in your army, and you can get him. Come on, the attrition is so silly, man. Like, the attrition we're taking here just doesn't make any sense. Because it's delayed by a turn.
Leave it to me.
It's legit a delayed a turn. Very silly. Wait, can I siege? Oh, the Demon Slayer has siege attacker. Whoa. Interesting. The 30th? Yes, it is the 30th indeed. Yep, it's coming out on the 30th. Kirain, good to see you. Wait, is that a case for all of them? Interesting. Only the Demon Slayers were given siege attacker. Now that is very, very weird. The Dragon Slayers? I doubt it, honestly. Yeah, just the... So, that is your incentive to recruiting the Demon Slayers. Is that you get access to Siege Attacker. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anybody really talk about that in their videos. I've only just realized that now. Because that really does showcase a lot. Using Dwarf Warriors and Ungrim's army, I said? Yeah. As part of them being tier 0 now, they're really good. As you start expanding towards the south, you kind of have to. You kind of have to. But yeah, it's only 8 Slayers across your faction. Right. Yeah, losing a few of these gyrocopters do suck. Because my army took attrition. Yeah, that desertion stuff really needs to be fixed. In the regular and grudge. Normally the grudge units have like something bespoke to the units. For example, the flame cannons have way more armor, like tons more armor instead, and that's what makes them good. But normally, yeah, the grudge-esque unit has something really, really good about them. Have I seen the Doomstack with Grape Shot? I have. It's ridiculous. Malachi absolutely slaps with that thing. I'm telling you, these gyrocopters are not balanced, I'm telling you. They're so goddamn good. 40 ammunition, well, even more than that, because we've got the red buff tree now. Am I winning? We're always winning, bud. Wholesome hunks like you around. Yeah, they make it very simple how to win sieges, because you can just fly out there and shoot them to death. Every Legendary Lord in Warhammer 3 starts with Siege Attacker. You're completely right, but no minor Lord or, you know, non-Legendary Lord, like the generic Lords, all of them never have Siege Attacker, so it's interesting that we now have Siege Attacker. For me, personally, I just hope that they, you know, standardize Legendary Lord, standardize Siege Attackers to the Lords that make sense. But personally, I think it was a really bad design. I personally truly believe it wasn't a good decision to change all Legendary Lords having Siege Attacker. I felt like it just, like, Gelt, for example, he wouldn't really have siege attacker. He's a wizard, you know? There's certain folks that have siege attacker that you wouldn't expect them to have siege attacker. Maybe they might have used the Ungrim template and forgot to remove it. Funny enough, you might be right. Recruitable lords? Yeah, the normal generic lords has it. Starts with a unit with a siege attacker. Yeah, that would make sense. Because it kind of takes away from the units themselves, right? You don't necessarily need to build armies bespoke to what sieges you need to do. It's more every legendary lord just does kind of everything. Which is kind of weird, but if that's the direction they're going, then fair enough. But yeah, me being able to siege this is kind of nutty. Like, I should not have been able to siege this traditionally. It's only because of the fact that I used the Demon Lord, the Demon Slayer. Well, this is going to be an interesting question for you guys. If you could change and revert one thing back that CAA have done, what would you revert? What would you put back in the game? / remove? A Demon Lord? Demon Slayer, sorry. That's a good one. Oh, what, the Warhammer 2 variant of the Dark Elf slave economy. Yeah, that was pretty damn good, though. You'd put them in the faction bank, yeah. You'd put Warhammer 2 siege battles in, really interesting. Aggressive AI, yeah, they're a lot less aggressive to Warhammer 2. Yo, cleric. Siege attackers, butt ladders. Yeah, I mean, from as far as I'm aware, in the next patch, not 5.0, they're going to remove the pathing of ladders. So you'll specifically have to tell the unit to go up the ladder. Which I think is a really good step in the right direction. Is what I'm thinking. I'm not 100% certain as to what patch that'll come in, but I know that's the intention. Is removing ladder stuff. I'm not sure what patch it is, Cloud, but I'm sure that's the... I know that's one of the intentions they have. Send the QA? Yeah. Butt ladders is a key problem? I guess it depends, because without the butt ladders, then you'd have problems sieging stuff, because of all the HP increases and stuff. With all the HP increases and whatnot, you'd then probably kind of struggle. I don't think there's much point shooting it. We do have a minimum rate of engagement. I think that's what we're struggling with now. I don't think the tower is doing enough damage for me to warrant to worry about it just yet. I need to move up my engineer. Here's in a Discord call. Tune in. Oh, really? Yeah, I can make a video on it. The fly up the ladder? I believe so. Scroll rework coming in, which is big. Scroll rework is really good because he's always felt kind of meh. Maybe that's just me. But I've sort of disliked Scroll ever since Nurgle came into the game. Maybe that's just me, but it's how I feel with it. It feels really underwhelming in comparison to like Nurgle and stuff, right? I feel like maybe being able to build certain siege equipment before you actually, you know, go into the fights, and it slows you down a little bit by movement. Your movement gets a little bit slowed down, but you can have equipment that can go into the battle straight away. It's annoying if the ability you want to do is out of range of what you can do. The person you're asking to move won't do it. There you go. Since they gave this game in weapon teams. Yeah, before weapon teams, Skrulk was so goddamn good. Unironically, Skrulk was so good. Because the catapults were so goddamn good with them. Yeah, it's crazy how much the game has evolved, really. It really is crazy how much the game has evolved. Nice. Greases' movement speed bug back. Love that dunk. Yeah, it's pretty funny with what he had. Instead of changing it from 36 to 40, they changed it to 400. It was so funny. I remember that. Just zooming around. The Grail Guardian Shredder. Oh man, when I made the video on the Grail Guardian stuff, it was so dope. Oh, it was so good. As you could quite literally just run through everything. Brilliant. There wasn't anything you couldn't run through, pretty much. It is better that every high elf be condemned to hell than that idiot King plague them any longer. Kill him for the good. Oh wow. Somebody's got a pretty strong opinion on that. Ooh, 10% range is pretty good. Some more ammunition, please. I'm basically going to solo all my settlements. All the sieges and killing things with it. Wait, I can't recruit, can I, because of the desertion bug? Man, that really sucks. I'm not going to lie. Like, I need to recruit right now, but I can't. Huh. I think Skarsnik will be near and will be relatively nearby here. Hating the bugs and unless you're in a loading screen. I mean, can you blame him though? The thing that makes me sad is I should put back informations. Yeah. I think more formations would be a lot cooler. Hopefully Thorgrim's at war with Skarsnik here, because I can piggyback off of that. If I can jump off of that, what I can do with it is get a much better deal from him and attack Skarsnik at the same time. Wow, we actually took attrition. What is this bug, man? Why is this army taking attrition? It doesn't make any sense, lads. They're inside the settlement, and we're getting desertion, but this army's not. I really don't understand it. I really do not understand it.
Fine.
Lord of the Empire by signal.
Seems so strange. Look, now they're not taking attrition and they're replenishing.
I'll have your soul.
But if Azag comes over, it's making it so I can't attack Azag again now.
Yes. Yes, my oath.
Well, good news is, attacking Skarsnik here will give us... Ooh, that's a lot of skulkers. I really need a gyrocopter in Ungrim's army here. One gyrocopter would make this so free. But the good news is we'll get a lot of money from this fight. Upkeep attrition, yeah, it's so silly. Hey, Kellett. None of the bugs allowed are those that help the player. Agreed. Do you still take it the turn after? Well, the thing is, it's not a visual bug. We didn't actually replenish. I agree and disagree with that. We didn't replenish anything. If it was just visual specifically, I would have at least healed while it was there. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know what it's doing. Hopefully, I can do the siege and win, and take really minimal losses, and then I can use as much money as I can. It's kind of weird that someone needs gyrocopters. Yeah, it really is, right? I think gyrocopters is the bread and butter of dwarves early game now. I really do. I'll die on that hill too. I really seriously do think the bread and butter of the dwarves is gyrocopters in the early stages of the game. Well, you run out of money, so that I mentioned before. Makes sense. Because that's exactly what we're feeling. You need 2 turns, otherwise 2 turns of income, otherwise you take attrition. Right. I love how much faster the dragon and demon slayers are. Also, Ungrim is a bit of a... Ungrim's a bit of a badass. He'll kill anything. Let's get the Quarrelers here, because I want to start protecting the Dwarf Warriors where possible. Let me split them out, and then start shooting over. You don't want entities stacking on top of each other, because they'll shoot really ineffectively. Once I break through, I'm going to be careful, because the Demon Slayer and Ungrim will take a lot of damage, because they have no armor. It's super fast greases, love that. We'll add some changes to the AI. Depends on when. It honestly depends on when. Because the AI do need kind of changes fundamentally to keep up with the game. But it depends on what specifically they're going to focus on. Because I know Siege changes are in the works, should I say? Right, who's still shooting? Quarrelers, right? It's the only one that should be. Yeah, we've stopped them shooting now. Wait, they're still shooting. Weird enough, we're only shooting the very front of the unit over here. We're not spreading the arrows. Right, I'm gonna send Ungrim and the runesmith in. Actually, you know, with how little with how little entities there are here, it makes sense to take in the slayers as well. Let's grab these boys here. How bonuses we have? Press the buttons. Press all the buttons. Might as well take advantage of the anti-large when we have it. And then we'll use the troll hammers to plug the gap here a little bit. Since they're really, really tanky, we should be able to tank the majority of what they're trying to do to enable these guys to be positioned correctly. And it's really, really critical that you always make sure to leverage the openings of the gates here. Hopefully we can get some shots into the trolls. I'm going to put them in guard mode, just in worry that they're going to run in for no reason. And beautiful damage coming into the trolls right now. Huge chunk. Got them to rout instantly, which is great. Wow, my Rutensmith took a lot of damage there. So that's the crazy thing, right? We take so much goddamn damage. So hopefully the troll hammers will put some hurt on them again. I got to be careful because of obviously all the single entities, and the inventory will eventually wear us down. Dwarf Warriors will obviously be better positioned to do so, to handle it, but... Is this a cooldown? I think that worked. What the hell has happened to my runesmith, man? These skulkers are chopping him alive. Dude, that is insane how quickly they died. I'm sort of afraid to get my dwarf warriors in there now. An army of skulkers is not ideal. I won't lie to you, boys. An army of skulkers is certainly not ideal. Do you know what we'll do? We'll grab these slayers on the walls. Get the slayer pirates on the walls. Hopefully we can shoot down to protect them. Yeah, look at this damage. They take so much damage quickly. We can get shots into their blobs of infantry here. They're huge. Gotta be a little bit careful here. Hopefully the runesmith comes back, because it'll be useful to have the runesmith. There's gonna be a ton of inventory we can't see right now. But it's, oh my god, these guys have run through the gates to climb up here. I mean, I appreciate the spirit, you know, I appreciate the effort there. That's a go-get-em attitude, you know? That's what we're looking for. Jesus, it just one-shots anything that comes near. Yep, that is a Deletus whatever it is. Hurricane of Death is bonkers. That quite literally just one-shot anything. A dwarf running away. Yeah, they just got absolutely battered in quick succession. And Legendary definitely hurts the leadership a lot more. Oh my goodness, if we lose this dragon, that'll be sad. Come on, Ungrim. Maybe I'm trying to play with my lords a bit too much here. Like, Ungrim's definitely getting a lot of kills in. We got one volley into... do we have range? Would be really nice if we can kill the lord. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Excuse me? These skulkers around him just started coming over to murder me. Are they intending to fight these guys? Yeah, seemingly they are. The AI's behavior is sometimes really confusing to figure out. Because this is normally not what they do. This is a really nice firing line here. I'll stop shooting for a second. Waste of ammo otherwise. I told them to stop. They seemingly are still shooting. Now the Dwarf Warrior line probably can come through. Let's get these guys start to fire again. They do slap. Honestly, the more I'm using these guys, the more they're slapping. Holy moly. Maybe against gobos and stuff like that, they do so much damage.
The clans unite! Son of Ungrim!
Go. Nice fuddling through the gates. That's good. Shame about my lords, but I don't think there's going to be anything that we need to specifically need the lords for. Nice. The volleys from these slayers are really doing work, which is good to see. Let's grab the Quarrelers and the Thunderers, move them through now. Maybe the Thunderers onto the wall might help. They go through the gatehouse. I think the Thing is going to be instrumental. Excuse me, the Runesmith is going to be instrumental to kill a lot of these Stalkers as well. I really want them to start hitting this barricade over here. They've made the barricade as strong as they can, which sucks as well. It's a 12k HP barricade when normally it's what? 6k? Get Ungrim over there then. Dwarf warriors!
Yes, Lord.
I do like the Slayer pirates. I think they look hella cool. Let's start shooting the archers. Anytime there's an archer unit, we're going to be very, very careful. Probably jump up there. It's a shame Ungrim can't really get in there. I'll maybe keep him around just in case. Move up there, get the Thunderers on here. Shooting up the Quarrelers, get the Thunderers up there. Pull back for a second, Thunderers up there. Additional range of up to 174 should allow us to do that. Pull these guys back because we should be careful over that side. See, the problem here is the Skulkers out manners by a lot, and their damage is just as good. So I'm able to funnel them into a bit of a bad situation here, maybe. Really hopeful that the Thunderers is going to be able to get a really nice firing arc here. Pull back over here. Yeah, we'll eventually make our way through here. Yeah, I don't hate the idea of putting it here. Have Death Juice? I don't think they do. No. I'd be in a lot of trouble if they did. Yeah, Thunderer has perfect line of sight of everything going on here, so absolutely fire it well, dude. Just crush everything you can over here. Really nice repositioning of the Thunderers here. Enabling them to get actual line of sight and visibility towards what they need to attack. Really nice. So if they're forcing me to fight around this barricade, I'm going to take advantage of the positioning that I have available to me, right? And sometimes gunpowder units struggle massively in sieges. It's just finding them the opportunities and setting them up for success in the battlefields, right? And this is the exact case of doing it. Anything within this region, or I think around this area, is going to be crushed. I'm assuming the 170 range is this, and then these guys are the 174s. Nice. Wish your Thunderers were shooting the wall. You just need to make sure that you grab them on the wall. We didn't fatigue them. We walked through the gatehouse. Gotta be careful about fatiguing them too much.
On the way! The Gorm way, this! I'll wring your neck!
Nice. So we've spotted more Skulkers. Quite a lot of Skulkers, actually. And they're running away to defend the barricade. I'm going to avoid combat for as long as we can here. Because Skulkers will eat me for breakfast. So let's just take a wide stance here. We'll let them come in. So same situation, honestly. We can probably do the exact same thing to get the damage increases here. I want them to funnel in so I can get get a better bonuses with my well, better hits with my runesmith here as well. Beautiful positioning. Oh my god, my rune lord should not be there. Make sure I'm casting the Wrath of Runes to make sure that we're protecting ourselves on the retreat. Beautiful damage. I think focus the shots to the Skulkers on the right, because now I can take this advantage and start moving forward to press the advantages I've been given. Since we've got Dwarf Warriors, their archers are less effective, but their Skulkers are more effective, so you've got to keep that in mind. Definitely got to keep that in mind. But if I can force them to fight me around here, this is an advantage for me. It's his son, I believe. Ungrim Iron Fist. Ungrim Iron Fist. They definitely don't want these guys in fights. We can have the Dwarf Warriors and whatnot in fights, though. Move them there. Move them a little bit further up. Keep on shooting what we can. I'm ignoring the tower for now. I think it's probably worth just ignoring the tower. And we'll just do the supportive lines that we can. It's a shame we have no access to healing. If we only had Felix. Once we get Felix, I think these guys are going to be will perform a lot better. I don't really want to get Ungrim in there. Definitely a really bloody battle here. Get these guys over. I do wonder how well they do at killing towers. Alright, Ungrim, how quickly are you dying, Chief? So I want to know if I can get your ability back, because you'll just one-shot any inventory I put you against if you have it. Okay, good. He held. Okay, he's got his ability back, it's huge. The point is over there, so I'm going to ignore this and then just run this way. I think it's the smartest thing for me to do. What I would love to do, though, is get Ungrim in there. I'm going to charge Ungrim in there, hope for the animation where he cycles through, and if he does that, pop his ability and try and run him away. A little bit risky on it, a little bit on the riskier side. Boom, like that. Pop the ability. Bash, 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 bash. Bash, 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 bash. Bosh. Real good nosh. Beautiful. That's what we're looking for. Deselect all my heroes because I don't want them back into melee. And then get my lords and whatnot over this side. Okay, so they have put some units over this side. And we'll use the Wrath of Ruin over there. The Thunderers have done an absolutely fantastic job here. But I think it's now time probably to move you there and then move you guys up here now. Unless we try to do a double deployment there. I'm going to ignore what's happening on that side of the map. And then just push towards the left because they have too good of archer cover for me to care about that. Like, over time, we'll get absolutely destroyed if we just allow them to do that. Okay, the Slayer Pirates, once again, we shouldn't have let them on their own. It really is a Beyblade, isn't it? It's brilliant. I just need a few Dwarf Warriors to hold the line here. The rest of them should definitely leave. Yeah, I made the mistake of leaving these Slayer Pirates in combat by themselves again. But we found a great Wrath of Ruin opportunity at least. Love to see that. Yeah, accuracy-wise, not the most accurate, but I'll deal with it. I'm okay with that. What if they're going to shoot my... Oh my god. Ungrim getting in there, getting stuck in is such a classic. Such an Ungrim thing to do. You know, he could leverage his units and just hold back a little bit, but nah. He's getting in there. Oh, it's a shame it's based on HP, because it means that the threshold of these guys, it's not a percentage threshold of the current entities. Which is a bit of a shame. It's a flat percentile. So I guess I understand. Makes sense. I am the Slayer King. No shaming our ancestors here, brethren. I don't think we're friendly firing a lot, but I can't really see exactly. Yeah, fighting inside of goblins, shooting the crap out of it is not a good idea. Yeah, because they're getting a lot of gold value just for free.
For the ancestor gods, Slayers, attack! Oathsworn!
Ungrim, look after yourself, lad. He has maxed out his ward save here, which is nice. Do not chase, boys. Let's just focus on these goblins, get them routed, and let's run away. Don't want to continuously fight in that. Beautiful. We got another Wrath of Ruin. The second we move around here, because seemingly the only things that are really left is their archers, right? The Slayers should pull back because the AI is recognizing that they're close enough to shoot again. Let me pull back here, actually. It might cause a mass rout, that's the only worry. It's the only problem doing things like this is it very well might rout all of them. It's a classic case of misdirection. Lead them into a false sense of security here. Because I just need to pull them back towards this bit here. Because the Slayers can hold. These guys can just start absolutely battering like this. They'll come back to the fight. Dwarves are unbelievably stubborn and resilient. From those woven legs, boys.
No fists.
Let's go with the Wrath and Ruin here. Got to throw them out whenever you get opportunity. Beautiful. Whenever the chance arises, you always got to use it. Just slightly afraid of that. Let's get these guys up here. And then now let's fight them here. That is a-okay with me. Just basically taking them away from the main advantages they had, which is obviously elevation alongside all their archers protecting them. You know, never in a million years am I going to win that fight, so pull them into a situation where it will be winnable for me. And all was well in the world. Yeah, they'll obviously come back, because yeah, this double whammy archer situation is just too difficult to deal with. I'm going to assume you're going to do more friendly fire than help now. So I'm going to stop you from shooting to allow the Thunderers to shoot over you. Nice. So I'm going to try and utilize the momentum of the Slayer pirate speed. Obviously I'm going to lose pretty much most of them, but as grudgy as it sounds, I'm going to replace them with normal Dwarf Warriors. Until you get the Journey's End upgrade, it's just not worth it. Garagrim Iron Fist. So let's move to the right, deal with these guys, individually start fighting these archers, and then take the point. Is what I'm going to do. Ooh, Garagrim, as weak as he is, does not fill me with confidence, though. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. It does not fill me with confidence, that. So I've got to be really, really goddamn careful here. But yeah, if I were to have continuously kept fighting here, I'd have lost 100%, I'm sure of it. The fight would have been pretty much over. Purely because of the fact that they had the advantage in that scenario. Like, it would have been really difficult to displace them. Alright, one more volley there. Since we're not the defenders, we obviously can't use the ammunition cheese, which is a shame, but it is what it is. You know, we'll use what we've got. Now, I'd be very surprised if Garagrim loses to these Goblin Archers, because I don't suspect they'll attack him. They'll probably shoot the Slayer Pirates. Oop, there is another infantry. So, never mind. They'll probably kick his butt. So let's make sure I'm consolidated with my force. Slayer only run. I absolutely can do a Slayer only run. It's just right now, in the early stages of the game, it's not worth using just Slayers. But honestly, Ungrim will get to the point where you'll just want to use Slayers. But today is not that day. Today is not that day. Let's cast into the Goblin Archers. Hopefully they don't move, but I don't suspect they will. I think once I start trying to put pressure onto the capture point back here, that's when they'll start panicking. Goes them tremendously. Yeah, the video that I made on the tubers, when we looked at it, he could give them up to 100 weapon strength on his Doomseekers, which is crazy. There's buffing them tremendously, and there's just like absurd levels of damage increases, which is juicy. Oh, this is really awkward now. Really awkward. Especially since the Trollhammers are struggling to shoot. Yeah, line of sight wise, they're not having a good time. Actually, do you know what? It might be a time for me to push through this side on the right flank to protect them faster. Because the barricades aren't there, so hopefully we can pull them through. Let's get the rest of the Dwarf Warriors up here. I think the Demon Slayer can probably still get a little bit of value out of, so we'll need to be conscious of that. But just make sure we're not putting them in scenarios where they're going to die. Let's go with the Rune of Speed, because the GCD is 60 seconds anyway, so we might as well utilize that while we're waiting on the Wrath of Ruin. Yeah, let's chase these guys into the corner. I'm actually kind of okay with that. You know, killing them as fast as possible is going to be important here. We have been debuffed, but that is due to the smoke bomb, but obviously we still got speed for it. Hey, Casarox. I'm just trying to do a battle that I shouldn't have done, really. As quick as I have. I'm fighting Skarsnik right now. Ungrim Iron Fist. So let's see what happens if I start capping this one, honestly. I'm going to get the 8 Slayer Pirates to chase, though. I just need to push through. Get these guys over. Yeah, so these guys aren't reacting, but these guys are moving over. Let's get my single entities on there. I could go over and predict the positioning of it. Get the Slayers on there. Goblin Archers will definitely struggle to kill them. Probably about here. Beautiful. Now, you'd expect armor loss bonus to be relatively near. Mainly because of the fact that it's like, what's left? You know, there's surely not that much left of them. But you know, we can go down the old capture route. We can definitely go down the old capture route. Is Grombrindle a Slayer? No, Grommy's not a Slayer, I don't think. He's basically an angry dwarf that resurrected to deal with all the sins of the past.
To the forge, Kazook. Yes.
Yeah. I think it stops me from capping this over here if I don't have the control at this point. God, one thing that's going to happen is we're probably going to get attacked by bloody Scarsic on the next fight. And that's going to be oh no, my Thane's routing. Ancestor God of Vengeance? Indeed. That's really bad, my Thane's starting to rout. That's going to make this really hard.
Yes. For the attack. Yes.
Yeah, he basically resurrected due to out of pure anger. And that's just vibes right there. Total vibes. Resurrecting out of pure anger. Isn't that a runesmith? Yeah, the runesmith over here. He simply undeaded himself out of spite. Yeah, I suppose you could say it like that, eh? Right. I'll attack over here and see which path they take. Nice. If I get shot once, I think the runesmith will rout. No, the towers have really garbage accuracy, so he's not going to die. Like, the towers are unbelievably trash at shooting. So I don't be worrying, boys. That's some Dargo thirst. You know, shame your injections, yeah, the Slayer Pirates are not worth it. You should go get as many Slayers as you need to get Ungrim. And then all you want to do is get enough Dwarf Warriors to fight what you're fighting, because Dwarf Warriors are so goddamn good against Goblins. So unbelievably good. Do you think Pattern and Settlements have a lot of engaged priority? See, I definitely felt like it improved, but I'm experiencing issues more and more. Because I believe pathfinding and stuff like that is for later patches. Slayer Pirates are cool. I mean, Slayer Pirates are cool, you're not wrong, buddy. Resurrecting out of anger, the most reasonable dwarf ever. Agreed. Thank you, Madiel. Slayer Pirates feel a weird niche? Yeah, definitely. I completely agree. They definitely facilitate a niche that the dwarves didn't have previously, but they slap, but they take a lot of damage. Favorite Lord? Yeah, I like Grommy. Maybe 4 days later so I can buy, please? Yeah. How many people in the chat are picking the DLC up out of interest? Right, do me a favor, boys. Type 1 in the chat if you're picking any of the 3 DLC up. All of it, one of it, doesn't matter. Type 2 if you feel like you're going to wait. Are you going to wait or are you going to buy it? Out of interest. So are you guys picking up the DLC? You guys not picking up the DLC? What's the situ? Okay, you homies are excited, aren't you? You boys are excited for the DLC, eh? Do you know what I'm going to try and do So, as you guys are aware, or may not be aware, we're going to be hosting a tournament for beginners specifically. And, yeah, like I said, Legend of Total War is going to be a commentator in there. We're going to get some really cool creators. I'm going to try and get Turin involved so he can deal with all the professional elements of it, aka get the players that are pros, and put like cash prize tournaments up there maybe. But there's going to be beginner-esque ones that will have DLC prizes. During the tournament itself, we'll give away to the chat. We'll be giving away TOD codes and things like that. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm just having to get it all organized within my own team at the moment. Just to make sure it's the best that I can make it.
It is time.
What if I'm not a beginner, but I never play multiplayer? I would consider you a beginner. Honestly, matey. At that point, I would consider you a beginner. Because I have seen people from my community that have never played multiplayer before, and they play on easy, crush, and I'm not even kidding, crush legendary players.
Demon Slayer.
You know, the main TLDR for me... Sorry, the dog wants attention. The main TLDR, honestly... As somebody that has been top 3 in the world at Domination, as someone that has played insane amounts of campaigns, when you play Legendary difficulty, you do not play to learn. The only thing you really do is play to understand how the AI cheats and how to counter that. You don't necessarily learn the game. Even after 2k plus hours in Legendary campaign, yep, honestly still. Legendary campaigns, you learn how to deal with the AI's cheating. You don't learn multiplayer. It doesn't translate very well. Granted, there are elements that will translate over, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, honestly. If you started playing multiplayer right now, you're going to get your butt kicked. It's a different level of fish. You know, you can't bring a campaign army into multiplayer. You'll get crushed. Case in point, I did that exactly for months, and I got crushed. And then I started learning what was good in multiplayer. A non-pro barely ever plays multiplayer. I've beaten professional players before. Harry cheats though, so you never play him. I don't cheat. Pure talent. Nothing but talent. Wait to play the goth chick after there's a mod to get rid of the stupid helmet. Oh, really interesting.
Death Seeker.
Turin's a really good commentator too. Yeah, I've done many tournaments before. I love doing commentary, and it'd be really dope to do it alongside Turin, so hopefully he'll agree, but we'll see. You know, I don't want to put pressure on him. It'll be happening. So if you guys are interested in competing, join my Discord. I have a link in the announcements in the Discord. The Google form that I need you to fill out, as it's just an indication of your name on Twitch or YouTube, and it'll tell me what your skill level is. So I can match people up accordingly. Because the very last thing that I want is for a new player to come into multiplayer, then go against someone that's completely better than them. That's just not fun for anybody, right? There's nothing you can really learn from that. Getting battered by some random person that plays loads of multiplayer, you can't really learn from that. How do we enter this tournament? So yeah, I can... Hold on. Let me grab it from the Discord. So this form right here, lads, is what I need you to fill out. It's a Google form. It's the easiest way that I can get information that I need to then populate it into challenge. Because the thing that I did last... I've done this before, right? I've done 4 tournaments that were like across skill level. And if I didn't do it the Google form way first, I had no control over how the brackets were made. And so I want to make sure that the brackets are correctly made, specifically for the people... For God's sake, it's done it again. Hold on, boys. Hold on, boys. It's done it again, and I didn't get replenishment. Oh no, I did. I did. Okay, I did get replenishment. I can tell. What the hell is happening over here?
Dishonored.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Your blood type, your card number, 3 digits on the back of your card, your clothes, and your motorcycle, and your mother's maiden name, Mandela. You don't forget that one. Do not forget the mother's maiden name. Forget the treasure bug. That's just a visual glitch. I think that's a visual one. We should be fine here. Vampires suck. Name of your first pet, good point. That would help too. But yeah, basically the main thing that I like to do is with these tournaments is give a platform to people that have never done multiplayer to have fun. And the only thing I care about is people enjoy themselves. So that's the only consideration that I have as part of making the tournaments. You know, I very much try my best to make it as fun for the folks that are involved. For example, one really cool thing that I've hosted before was when I got loads of my friends who were beginner multiplayer guys, legit just picked up the game. I got like 5 of them to go against 2 professional players, and it was really funny. It was like 5 noobs versus 2 pros. And very first battle, they got absolutely crushed. They got absolutely smoked. The pros destroyed them completely. This is in domination, but as well. And then they started to learn how to work together, and they took the second one. Only just. It was really good to watch. So yeah, here, look at the difference here now. Look at the difference of damage. Look at the difference in damage. I think it's just because of the fact that the dude had regeneration, so it looked a lot harder to kill. I think it was honestly just the regeneration thing. Damn it, they've got bats. Okay, the Necromancer's super... Oop, didn't move you guys. It's a shame, because some of these Slayers obviously have too many entities for me to stack them properly. If you're confused why I'm stacking the entities, the reason for that is because otherwise the HP, the damage they take, will be only for one unit specifically. Whereas if you stack them up onto each other, you can split the damage into like 8. It's really good. The Dreadquake passive round thingy. Yeah, so the Dreadquake spawns a vortex, which is not countered. You can't counter the Dreadquake batteries with the Dwarves formation. I've tested it, Lightspam. Expecting I have friends, goddammit. Well, they were content creator friends in my defense. But great guys. They were we called them the Rat Slappers because they streamed Vermintide too. It was really funny. They did a really good job. I was really proud of them. They did a really good job. I was very proud of them. Because they had like a little bit of a... I coached them very, very, very little amounts. Like, just gave them a little bit of a heads up. But they did really well by themselves. It was very dope. Look at how good these gyrocopters are. Like, you can't tell me these gyrocopters aren't nuts for tier 2. Like, it's crazy. Like, they're so goddamn good for tier 2. So much ammunition. It's honestly bonkers to me. Gyrocopters are the bread and butter of dwarves now. You can quote me on that. Battlesy says gyrocopters are the bread and butter of early game compositions for the dwarves. They absolutely are. The new gyrocopters tier 2 variant, the Steam version of them, are your bread and butter. I am convinced at this point. I am convinced. They seem so goddamn good. Excellent for sandwiches. What, gyros? 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 I can't remember the Greek food. How you pronounce it. Sorry to all the Greek homies in the chat. But it's nice to have gyrocopters actually good now. I'm a big fan of that. About the bug, the AI reinforcements blobbing into one mass when it appears on the map. That's a lot better now. The AI actively tries to flank now. And the good news about the gyrocopters is it's free LC. The update's free LC, so you will get it even without the DLC. You don't need the DLC to get the update. It's huge. A gyrocopter? That would be pretty funny. I would use that mod. There's a gyrocopter. Go. Move over here. have, like, actually good cavalry now. Dwarves are your... Slayers are your cavalry. Not gonna lie to you. Slayers are incredible at being cavalry now, because you can make them so fast. Look at that. That's 3 armies just dead like that. 3 armies gone. Just like that. Because the gyrocopter's killing the lords. We only lost 38. So we will heal. We're gonna heal from this fight. We will heal from this fight. Yes, you heard that right. But it depends, because the first army's got a lot less units, so maybe not. It might be like a 2 to 4%er. It might be only a 2 to 4%er, because the first army's really low. He gets them up to 60 speed, doesn't he? Yes, he does indeed, Michael. You get crazy speed. Slayers have really good speed to the level of greenskin cavalry. Love these army comps? Yeah, me too. This is an expensive army, though. It's unfortunate. Some of the Slayers will be undead hiding among them. Monka. I love the gyrocopters so much now. Gyrocopters work well against pretty much everything you have to fight in the early game. Well, let's see if I was right. Oh, it's 7%, so it's not specifically scoped into the vampire. Wow, imagine the vampires here. It's like, dudes, yeah, we got Dead Rise again. Oh, it's the direwolves. Just the direwolves survived. Huzzah. I really wish the Dowie artillery got a bit more of a general buff compared to the Empire Vanilla artillery, for they feel lackluster. Interesting question. I think that's where Malachi kind of comes in, if I'm honest with you, matey. Malachi makes them very, very good. With grape shots and stuff like that. The artillery, specifically for Malachi, is unbelievable. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, the artillery, and how good it is, specifically, for that. We could go ammunition or flash bomb. I think I'm going to go ammunition, because it'll allow the gyrocopters to kill them more. What I don't know is if Azag can reach me this turn. Ideally not. We actually did replenish.
It's a dying battle. I grow restless.
I grow restless. It's annoying that I'm losing so much money here. Underestimate the regular gyrocopters currently. But, Elmer, you got to remember that the availability of recruiting them. That's the whole point, right? They're only tier 2 now. Tier 2 for the ammunition is insanely good. Because most dwarven settlements start at tier 2. So you really can't underestimate that. But I know what you mean regarding the artillery, the default artillery. I am actually in agreement with you there, matey. I am actually in agreement with you there. But Malachi specifically encapsulates all the things that you're wanting there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat Azag's double army. I can fight one of them. I'd be able to beat the first one, but not the second one. At the same time. Which is a shame.
Forwards.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna die standing here.
So Skarsek's there. Skarsek can reach the high place from there, can't he?
Yes, my oath is intact.
Well, there's a very reasonable chance that he's going to jump over. He does have availability of getting to me. It's a shame that without the Age of Reckoning, I really can't do much here.
Leave it to me.
I can probably make miracles happen, though. But yeah, I've got to wait for the Age of Reckoning here. We'll still get a lot of grudges from it. Just the money situation has brutalized me, man. Because I did exactly this last time, and it worked. I was able to kill Azag by myself, but there wasn't 2 armies there. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. But yeah, Malachi specifically, Monkfist, does a lot of good stuff. Your army was spotted by the enemy before it could spring into ambush. This is not good, honestly. Save it, make sure before it bugs. Triple troll's not ideal. Hello, Skulkers, yeah. Well, Skarsnik makes them so cheap. He's got 2 fanatics in there as well. The spider that I'm worried about. I don't have a gyrocopter. How am I going to beat Skarsnik here without a gyrocopter? Switch to Vanilla Dowie was a bit more punchy, especially the early game units. Yeah, I respect that, buddy. I respect that. Also, thanks for watching on the tubers and following the Twitch. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all the support. I'm going to really struggle to kill that spider. I don't know why I don't have a gyrocopter. Normally I do, but at this point in this army. Let me think. Fighting the trees, I'm going to have to. Yeah, the Thunder is going to be... I'm going to grudge everywhere! Thunder Nine Drake. Yeah, it's going to be a classic case of the Trollhammers. Trollhammer Thunderer situation. And Mike, thanks for follow, buddy. It's just opening up that availability due to all of the Skulkers, though. You got to keep in mind, guys. Like, it's going to be hard to do that because of how many Skulkers are in the army. So what I'm probably going to have to do is something like this. Set up a Dowie box, and then open the Dowie box up to shoot through. The Dowie box. Hold on, let me do a bit. Let me just remind the troops.
You know shame your ancestors, Dowie brethren. Yeah, you right there, Paul. Don't shame your ancestors. No, not shave. Shame.
There you go. Scott, let them know. Always got to remind them, boys. Always got to remind them. I'm probably going to have to try and camp towards this side of the map. Leverage the elevation. Always use elevation when possible. Yeah, I'm going to have to move towards elevation here. Without it, I will lose the fight. Because I need the bonuses that elevation provides me. Which is 30% less damage taken and 30% increased damage. Done. No, ain't no way they're not coming to attack me. My ambush was discovered. I'm going to lose my support. I'm going to lose this runesmith if I have to do this. I think the Trollhammer will be just as good at killing the Spooder as the Thunderer. So these are the boys I'm going to be using. They have cavalry. Like, honestly, since I have to play it like this, because I can't physically attack them normally. Didn't see? No, don't worry, dude. And their range has been increased as well. But I agree, Thunderers are one of the main catalysts to winning this fight for me. We'll probably see the Skulkers once you get past this a little bit here. They'll probably be like here, right? You're just repositioning. Wait, are they coming to attack me? Oh, shoot, they are. Get away from me, you fiends! 3... Hold on. 3, 2, 1. About here. That should delay them enough. Let's go guard mode. Now, what we're going to do is just open up the dwarven box a little bit more. Spread these guys out here. Pad that out. I've got to be careful for the Prodder, though. Keep in mind. The Prodder here can do some absolute crazy work. Right, get wrecked, Skulkers. Get wrecked, nerds. We evaded the smoke bomb. We just need to make sure that we were 15 meters away from it. By the master, we're going to fly it. If you haven't heard, calls magic missile. Helps AI charge at you. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, hopefully I'll get catapults, which will just make them come at me anyway, but we'll see. Double stack against fanatics, valid point. Yeah, rip rat, very valid point. Forgot all about the fanatics again. Completely agree, which means, yeah, you've reminded me completely that I need to be changing the way I'm fighting this. Thank you. Really good feedback there, lad. Unless I can kill the fanatics and do enough damage to them before they get close to me is the only catalyst there, right? Depends, we have Slayers too. We have a lot of options, we're alright. We have a lot of options available to us here, at least. God, these poor squig hoppers, man. Holy moly. They did not enjoy that. Can you blame them? I wouldn't enjoy it either. So yeah, charging is the only reason these guys still have leadership. Oh, that is such a blue ball scenario for those guys. Holy moly. That's the Prodder. Crap, we're double stacked. Move, 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 move. Okay, keep shooting the trolls, keep shooting the trolls. Let's get in the spooters now. We need to make sure that we're hitting the trolls here. And then let's shoot the Spooder. Wow, the Trollhammer did a lot of damage. Where's the Fanatics? Fanatics. Here's the Fanatics. Shoot the Fanatics. Ain't no way these guys push through, I was going to say. Slayers, get over there as well. We need to make sure these Fanatics do not get the cast off. Let's get Ungrim up there, because it might bait them to use their cast early. Crap, they've done it already. Move back away from that. Or just completely reline together to make sure everyone gets hit. Love that for me. What was that? What the hell just happened there? I'm honestly confused more than anything. How they took so much goddamn damage.
Strike out! Kill it! Understood, Lord. Allah's blessing on us.
I really can't afford to lose any entities here. I need to repad this line over here as well.
To the forge! Dragon Slayer! I bear the spirit of gathering.
Ungrim needs to deal with them.
Iron drakes! Get them! Bleed them out!
Okay, without a... No, please don't lose the Swarf Warrior. We're in so much trouble now. Dude, I need a Gyrocopter, holy crap.
Smiting upon them. War of vengeance! Crack their kit!
This actually might not be too bad, as long as we don't lose the thing.
Hunt the earth!
Skulkers on top of my Trollhammers, this is doomed.
To the Kara's ankle!
Oh, the line broke already. I'm going to try and gangbang Skarsnik here.
Not mine! Shieldburners ho! Move
Dwarf Warriors are routing, my line broke.
Warriors!
Spooder's still alive.
On my oath, they die! Doom shall come!
Come on, boys.
Thunderers!
Honestly, that Fanatic was just so insane, dude. I'm telling you, like, I don't know how I could have dealt with that.
Drakes! To the Kara's ankle! Stop!
I don't know what I could have done. Nah, I misplayed this.
Kazukin
hold on, think about it.
Kazakit.
Yeah, so thanks 18 months. What could we done better though? I guess positioning once again was a problem. And the spider was so difficult to kill. It was one of those things where there was just too many threats to deal with at the same time. If the Trollhammers had 100% uptime against the Spooder, I probably would have been fine, but it didn't.
Pull out!
Yeah, that was a brutal one. Hold on, I'll reload that one. Really difficult, that. Really difficult. Just so many goddamn threats for me to deal with there. OPGR will do in the next battle. Trollhammers are doom stackable. They definitely are really solid, yeah. I just realized I wasn't live, so I've been 30 minutes behind the stream, Phoenix. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the future, my friend. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. Yeah, man. I'm just surprised by that, how that went so badly, honestly. Trollhammers seem less effective than cannons? Oh, absolutely. And the main justification behind that is they have a third of the range. Honestly, they have a third of the range, they can't shoot for longer. Anything that has the ability to do a lot more damage up front, consistently, you know, will always do more value. I'm trying to think. There's no way Skarsnik can reach us here. Focusing on the large entities might have been better. Ain't no way Skarsnik's attacking us, surely. Okay. Okay. Even more skulkers. What's funny? I'm in a lot of trouble. That's funny. That's what's funny. I'm in a lot of trouble here. Can I realistically rout this first army in 2 minutes? We'll try. If I can rout the first army in 1 minute and 50 seconds, I'm fine. Otherwise, I've lost. Normal Iron Drakes would be more useful. In this specific scenario against Skarsnik, yes. Because the Thunderers would have dealt with it. The Thunderers would have dealt with it. Whereas the normal Iron Drakes would just crush their Skulkers. I don't have enough damage in DPS. Meant to be good at this game. Honestly, I kid you not, this sounds like copium. But me recruiting the Slayer Pirates is why I'm at the position I'm in now. It sounds like pure copium, but I really don't rate Slayer Pirates. Having normal Dwarf Warriors would have made my life so much easier. Oh my god, of course they've run away from me. I won't have enough time to get there. Yeah, they've deployed all the way to the other side of the map. Ooh. Yep. Okay, so we have to fight that army and these guys now. Let's deploy over this side then. If we can completely bottleneck it around here, we might be okay. Which is what I'm going to have to do. I desperately need a gyro bomber in the army. Or a gyrocopter. Yeah, I feel like that's just honestly one of the min-max scenarios. One of the things that you kind of have to do, it seems. And we don't really have many of the A Journey's End scenarios activatable at the moment either. So if I can get like Thunderers and the Trollhammers shooting down here, we can get elements of a lot more damage. Okay. I think if I mean, there is definitely a world where this is winnable in relation to taking advantage of terrain as much as possible. The only thing that sucks is the fact that there's going to be a crap load of really good units in the battle. Like this. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they're going to come into the fight as well, aren't they? If the Slayers and the Trolls don't come into the fight until later on, I'd be fine, but alas, it do be like that. Man, I had some epic goddamn battles in my other Ungrim campaign. I honestly need to go and look what I did differently. I think it's legitimately just the fact that I recruited Dwarf Warriors instead, because Slayers don't hold the line, nor do Slayer Pirates, because I've lost like 7 units. So it's put my army into a much weaker position. Okay. Put my single NCs up a little bit further. We don't want to be in one full line like this again. So they're obviously attacking me, so that's the one advantage from this. I really do dislike some of this terrain here, so what I might have to do actually is grab my infantry line here, deselect you, and then reposition them like this to give the option of firing through. Just so we can get the terrain, a little bit better of an angle of the terrain. That might hit the tree. Yeah, good. So that's at least one bonus. One definite advantage. Yo, Haxo, thanks for the raid, man. Hope you're doing wonderful, you wholesome hunk. How's your stream, my friend? What were you up to? What were you playing? Were you playing, Manlaws, dude? Were you up to Manlaws, my friend? And welcome in, boys. Welcome in. Right. We're in a dire situation. A dire situation. Against the wonderful Skarsnik here. Manlords had a small fire. Ooh, did you have that event on? Bug seems to trigger if you have a negative income and less than 2 turns of treasury left. This is infinite by custom gaming. Yeah, it makes sense. That was a large fire. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, dude, this definitely doesn't feel good. They're like 30 rangers and they burnt your entire village. Yeah, it does seem pretty damn savage what they do. No prisoners and all that, you know. Oh, that's a really fat amount of damage on the scooter already. Love to see that, boys. Love to see that. I'm gonna go melee attack to try and boost that for now. Depending where the skulkers are, we'll see. Brilliant damage already. Wait, we've almost killed the spider already. Dude, my Slayer's getting clapped right now. Go on, Ungrim. One last hit. For the boys. Oh, that stalker's not good. There's those bloody rascals. Dude, I'm way too spread thin. Oh my god, my Demon Slayer's getting clapped by Skarsnik. I'm spread too thin, boys. Honestly, I'm spread way too thin. Yeah, my army line is spread completely too thin. Like, I should not be spread this thin. I should have these guys all the way over here and protecting us in a box. We should be protecting each other in a box, not this. Yeah, this is brutal. Yeah, little mistakes that I'm making here. It's not good. It's really not good. I'm making really, really fundamental mistakes here. Trying to leverage my die box in the wrong way and stuff. It's okay though, we're learning. We're learning. Right, I'm going to use these guys to the full amount of their health. Better than losing the entire army here. We might as well just keep using them. Ungrim would be amazing. Oh my god, another. Where is this? Oh my god. These gorillas are pushing into it. I forgot to guard mode them. Yeah, fundamental mistakes by me. This is my bad, boys. I don't think Ungrim specifically can really do too much here now. Shoot. Corner camp, yeah, we should have just tried to leverage corner camping a little bit more here. What I don't know is if this does friendly fire damage. I'm assuming it does, because it would probably say it would. It was nice in that we got the kill of the spider way quicker, but yeah, not bad. Honestly, I feel like just recruiting gyrocopters. I'm trying to run before I can walk here. Going for Skarsnik when I did was just a really bad idea. Yeah. Big mistake. I have Jankov. She's very, very strong. Crazy that he's still got leadership at 130. 172 HP. Still 26 leadership. Yeah. Oh, we live and we learn, boys. We live and we learn. I just feel like we definitely shouldn't have... Right, guys, do me a favor. Type 1 in the chat if you think we should restart the campaign or just load back to a previous save. What do you guys want me to do? 1 to start, 2 to... Yeah, 1 to restart, 2 to go another one. I'm happy to restart. When did I play it? I played it tomorrow, Jankov. 3 endure. Chat craves perfection. Well, perfection you shall have, boys. I'm gonna limit test this now. I can limit test it a little bit more now. Forget about pirates. Pirates are garbage. I think this proves it. I think that playthrough proves that pirates are just absolutely trash. I honestly think pirates are trash. I can't lie. I really do not think they're worth using. But you got to test it out, you know? It's important to test out. In my previous playthrough, I didn't use the Slayer Pirates because I didn't have the DLC. And I just don't think they're worth it. I really don't think they're good enough. They seem weak, yeah. Take a maybe you managed to shame your ancestors.
Do not shame your ancestors.
Yeah, we shamed our ancestors a little bit there, boys. I can't lie to you. They look cool. They are pretty cool. They're really good on the open battlefield. Really, really good on land battles. They really suck at sieges, though. That's what made us lose loads of health. Made us lose a ton of HP. Shameful display. I know, boys. I apologize. Normally, your boy makes absolute miracles happen with the dwarves, but today is not that day. Normally, we're a miracle worker with the dwarves.
An accord bound by runic law.
Normally, we'll well and truly make miracles happen. But I think it was just me playing badly, honestly. I think it was more me being silly and recruiting them. We've all been there. We have all been there, lad. Square Cloud, we had a bit of a Skarsnik situation. I went towards Skarsnik too soon with the wrong army. We went towards Skarsnik way too soon with the wrong army.
It is a reckoning.
Freakum Militia of the Dwarf? Yes, they're basically the Freakum Militia of the Dwarves, aye.
Runes of smiting upon them. Hook those dwarf
Arms that I don't think can win back-to-back battles against. Yeah, they're very much a case of they're good, but they just take so much damage. So you can't really use them overall. Fun fact about Skarsnik, he has the most amount of records in the Great Book of Grudges. Which is true. Skarsnik is the #1 grudge enterer, or grudge enjoyer. He is in the book the most out of everybody. I do believe. The first battle map was different? Yeah. A wee bit different. Now he's a few more, he definitely has a few more.
Ready to strike. Vengeance. Kill Urks.
He absolutely has a few more now. Alright, Ungrim, turn around and kick his butt. Yeah, the only issue is the splash damage we're going to be doing. I was doing good, yeah. I just made a mistake. It's one of those good things where you do get punished quite heavily if you make mistakes in campaigns. But the whole point of me trying to play and trying to stream it is for me to understand the best suggestions and the best usage of the roster, so I'm okay restarting. I'd rather restart now to gain the knowledge that I need to make better guides for you guys. That's my only concern. Like, that's my concern, you know? Understanding what's good, what's bad. You know, I don't have to look like a pro on every stream, you know? Just need to learn what's good and bad. You could ask if you could show us a Chaos campaign, but I'm afraid it'd be a little corny. Nice switch guy. But if I don't know if you guys, how you guys feel, but I don't know if do you guys think that Khorne is fun to watch? Is Khorne interesting to watch? Because I feel like some people don't like watching Khorne because it's very much a case of just running at them. Like, you just literally just grab your army, lock them, run at people. And you just kind of win. It very much seems that's the case with Khorne. That I run at you and I beat you up. Yeah? You guys don't like him? Valkyrie, kind of? Yeah, Valkyrie's pretty cool. Maybe the controller's a good idea. I like to popcorn. I do like popcorn as well.
Yes, for Slayer King.
Val, easy now.
There will be blood.
Oh my goodness, you guys, yeah, Khorne. Do you guys like watching Khorne? Khorne. My goodness, I wouldn't have thought that you would have misinterpreted what I was saying there. But I can understand the confusion, my goodness. Do you guys enjoy watching Scarbrand? There we go. Hey, Gorok. I took you a second, I was so confused. Yeah. Popcorn sounds good right now? Yeah, popcorn does sound up. Popcorn. Pop in the microwave. Skyrim's Giga Chad? He is indeed. He is indeed a Giga Chad.
Ungrim Iron Fish.
Well, now we know Slayers are trash, so we're not going to use them anymore. Slayer Pirates, excuse me. Not worth using. Good to know. Good to know indeed. What happens? Skarsnik was a tricksy schemer, is what happened. Let's make this go faster. Very low accurate. Yeah, so what I was doing was ensuring that I was RPing correctly, guys, you know? I'm creating that story arc that we need, you know? I'm creating a story arc, so, you know. We were... Skarsnik well and truly did his grudgy things. Classic Skarsnik. And now we're going to make sure that he pays for it. We've pulled a... Oh, wow, my Trollhammers are going to take a lot of damage here. Especially on that war. Me versus single Dwarf Warrior, probably the Dwarf Warrior would probably kick my ass. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I do very well against a Dwarf Warrior. Keep in mind these guys are extremely strong. They're hella strong, but yeah, I would probably struggle against a Dwarf Warrior. They're very, very powerful warriors. Yeah, I definitely... Oh my god, my Thunderers are getting crushed. How are Goblins crushing them is hard, man. Holy moly. And thanks for the follow, matey. I'm surprised by that. Like, Thunderers have really good stat lines. Like, equal to the Dwarf... Oh, I suppose the Goblins just have twice the entities. Yeah, fundamental mistakes from your boy here, which is not good. Goblins are still cracked because of the bloody wargs, man, I'm telling you. The new wires making them crazy. But hopefully we'll be able to replenish in time. I just need more Slayers, honestly. I need Ungrim to get to a high enough level so I can make the Slayers not die for a long time. Maybe the Siege Attacker was what baited me as well. Because I didn't use the Demon Slayer last time either. But it's 1, 2, 3 turns of recruiting. No, 2 turns. Because it's this settlement, moving, recruiting, moving again. So yeah. It's only 2 turns. But we can get the Demon Slayer in the army to get the replenishment we're looking for anyway. Hey, Dada Jewel. Maybe instead we don't try and use the Dragon Slayer in the army. As technically, we really don't need to use them.
I grow restless.
I'm going to go Inspiring Presence. Or... Great Green Nemesis makes a lot of sense, actually.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Grab a second Lord this turn. I think the only problem is I'm going to be really poor. It's going to make me really, really, really poor. Because I'm going to have another army. Like, I'm going to use another army. But having the Lord follow me to the south will mean I'll need a third Lord to go to the north.
I must fulfill my
Basically, I'm trying to min-max the entirety of the campaign, right? I'm trying to min-max so I can take double direction. Using to make the original army. Because if I'll do 1, 2 recruitment, and then 3. It just makes sense for me because he'll only get maybe 1 level from that, and it'll cost me 750-ish and then the cost of the Lord as well. And that might be the difference maker between me being able to afford what I'm doing and not, is the only thing. Like, normally, traditionally, going with multiple Lords is obviously always a good idea. But I don't know if it is this time. Like, I'm still trying to figure out if it is.
Dragon Slayer. Dragon's blood makes you invincible.
Right.
Nonsense.
Yeah. We've got to do the min-maxy things. We've got to learn what's good, what's bad. And obviously we're going to have to try and use it. Use the recruitment commandment. Honestly, that's a good idea. Yeah, no, that would be a really good idea. But then again, you would be using it for only one of the turns, and we'd lose 30 or so growth. Interesting idea, though, dude. Little pig, I appreciate that. It's an interesting idea. So I definitely don't think... yeah, maybe a little bit of the growth, because we don't even use the growth, in fairness. Because getting the recruitment capacity increased by 1 as well helps a lot, but it still puts me 1 Slayer away. I guess is the main thing, right?
Be inspired by a Slayer, Darwy. Ready.
And so instead of jumping over, I'm going to do it like this.
Yes.
Let me go into here. So I honestly think the smartest thing to do is just ignore the south and go to the north straight away. Parasites not good? No, I don't think they are. Maybe I'm just not using them correctly, but most of the time we're in situations where we're outnumbered by quite a lot, and they struggle to hold up. Ambush maybe? Then it'll delay me 2 turns of Slayers. Because I'll take this happily, because there's a ton of grudges. Next turn I'll recruit a Lord in here to then get me more Slayers. And then get Gyrocopters most importantly. I think Ungrim needs Gyrocopters before he continues on. I truly need Gyrocopters in the second army. I really, really need Gyrocopters. I'm so surprised. Then disband? No, I'm going to try and use him for the north. Sniper out of 10. Out of 5, sorry. 3.14 because of Pyrate. Oh my god, that is brilliant. Elmo, well played. That is brilliant. Wow, they recruited a lot of units in that turn. I just realized this dude just got so many units.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
Oh shoot, Goblin Riders are going to be really hard to catch. A lot of cavalry though. Yo, welcome dude. The likes spreading like fungus? Yep, they are. I mean, they are fungus in fairness. You don't want Malachi to be my first non-troll campaign? Oh, really? Before the rework? What was the most playable Lord hero before the rework? Oh, before the rework. What, do you want to do a before and after kind of campaign, Daddy Jewel? Rushing Iron Drake's kind of a thing. I think the only problem with the Iron Drakes is then you'd struggle with single entities. Right, and I think that's fundamentally my biggest problem right now. And the Gyrocopters facilitate that niche, while also being good at killing infantry because of the bombs they drop. I think the main consideration is how can I make sure that my army is doing, or each individual unit is doing more than I need them to do, like multiple jobs, right? How can I get them to do more than one job, kind of vibe? It was probably Grombrindle. Yeah, Grombrindle's really good. I think if I move to the right hand side and flank around from the hills, I think they're gonna let me. What if you can sack range increase and Trollhammer torpedoes? I know with Thunderers you can get Thunderers up to 174 range, and like 200 or so within sieges. Unless it's a single entities by killing the infantry faster. I guess the main value that the gyrocopters allow you to do is just kill things before getting even remotely close to being attacked, right? Whereas the Iron Drakes indicate that I'm being attacked as part of them doing damage, right? Because them alone can't hold the line. So that's one of the biggest things for me, right? The gyrocopters enable you to do damage without taking any damage. And that right there is the main factor. What makes them good in my eyes. You know, anytime I can do damage without taking damage, thumbs up from me, you know? It's going to be a fundamental thumbs up from your boy. Because that's one of the biggest factors when it comes to the dwarves, is enabling yourself to do damage without taking damage. Let's pull these slayers back. Are they just going to run away from this entire time? I think they probably are. I don't blame them, I'd do the same. If I bloody saw slayers running at me like that, I too would run. Seems like I seem to like half-naked men. Yeah, who doesn't love a bunch of burly boys? Who doesn't love a bunch of burly boys? Let's run to the slayers at this side. That's really annoying. My slayers took so much damage for free. God, these guys are going to get crushed, surely. It's annoying that they've recruited loads of the Goblin Wolf Riders this time. Makes it a lot harder. Thankfully the Slayers will be really, really good at killing him at least. And hopefully the Dwarf Warriors will buy him enough time. And here's why we held the Slayers back. Slayers should intercept that. Beautiful. Let's grab a couple of the Slayers at least. Whoever's on the leftmost positioning. The Slayers will absolutely batter them though, thankfully. Let's get these guys around. Let's use these guys like cavalry, like we said. We're going to use the Slayers like cavalry. That's already routed them because of the Slayers here. Go hold the line over there. Reposition here. Get into the back of the archers here now. Yeah, just normal Slayers that are used like cavalry is just 10 times better. I'm convinced now. Use your Slayers to try and flank the back line. Simple as. Absolutely simple as. And then get your Quarrelers to shoot anything that you can you'll struggle to attack with your Slayers. So, for example, the Goblin Wolf Riders. Get them routed. Beautiful. The Goblin Wolf Riders I'm not too worried about. With the Slayers targeting specifically. A double sandwich of Slayers here seems like a bit of a waste, but we should be able to shoot them before then. We're going to lose a little bit of the entities here, but I think it's more than worth it. Especially since we can like, kind of funnel them into combat here. If I can get Ungrim over to the Goblin Shaman, we'd be able to get a lot of value from that, but I think this is way better what I'm doing here. Yeah, just Slayers are so much better, man. Holy moly. Because they have the ability to gap close quick enough. Like, the DPS differential between the Slayer Pirates, from what I'm understanding now, and the normal Slayers, the initial burst of volley that they do is not worth the damage decreases that they obtain as part of existing. I think I'd rather have normal Slayers kind of gap closing, doing loads of the damage that they normally do. And due to the fact that they have a lot more sustained damage than the pirate ones, I honestly think it's better. Now, obviously, my opinion will probably change and evolve over time, but this is what I'm experiencing and seeing as of right now. If you have a unit of Iron Drakes and it gets 100 kills, get cyber melee because it basically becomes useless. Yeah. Dwarves normally struggle to deal with single entities because of how slow the dwarves are. But if you enable us to, you know, attack them from the air, obviously it becomes a lot easier, right? Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. This feels so much better now. Plus we can get the rune of speed in there. They'll bump up to like 60 speed. 66 speed. Like, come on. We can buff that even further as well. So we're going to be having these guys with insane levels of speed, zooming around the map, killing their backline with the runesmith. Yeah, this is the play. This is the play. This is the way, as the man Lauren says. This is the way, boys. Yeah. I'm glad I lost that campaign. It sounds really silly, but I'm glad I lost the previous campaign, I'm not going to lie. Otherwise, I'd have kept using Slayer Pirates. I'd have kept using Slayer Pirates if they aren't good. So now I've seen the way, which is good. I've seen the way. I think the Iron Drakes fundamentally will be good. Like, it'll be good to have at least a few of them in your army. But I think the Gyrocopters in the early game is what you should focus on first, because they do more. Like, they do everything. Like, what can an Iron Drake do that a Gyro Bomber can't do? Right? And that's that's the main thing to remember. What can one unit achieve within the army that another one can't? And that's what I'm trying to remember. You know, what can I not do with that unit, and what can I do with this unit? And when you kind of like think like that, you can build out your armies to facilitate the weaknesses, right? Now we'll recruit the Lord over here. I am going to try doing the Demon Slayer again. I think it's probably a mistake, but I want to know if this is worthwhile. Next time we'll be able to recruit Gyrocopters, so we should be getting 2 Dwarf Warriors here now. And then Gyrocopters is coming in next. And Ungrim will be put into this army. And then Grimnir's heirs. Perfect. I think my aggression towards the north can be delayed, though. From my understanding. My understanding of the situation is I can delay my aggression towards the north if I need to. But it then begs the question, who's more important to kill? If I went to... honestly, let me think about it. If I killed Azag first, Skarsnik will most likely kill Thorgrim, which means I can come in and swoop the settlements up while he's over this side. And my life just becomes 10 times easier because of that. Because getting Grom Peak takes me like, what, 2 turns to get there? Oh shoot, I didn't go Route Marcher, so I'm not going to be able to reach him. I don't think I can reach this settlement now. So if I jump over here, put the army in, Ungrim goes to the north. I'm going to test that out. I think it's good at a... But then again, I don't know if it's going to give me the Age of Reckoning. I don't think it will. Maybe it will from Azag? Head north, I'd say. Skarsnik's not with you, is he? No, he's not. But I'm trying to figure out how I can do both at the same time. Well, that's my main thing right now, is how can I achieve both at the same time? Is the gap that I'm trying to get. Because if I can go both ways, I guarantee 100% Age of Reckoning, which then allows me to attack Vlad. Because it'll spawn at Karakadrin. So I'm killing 3 birds with 1 stone, right?
It is time.
Balthazar says, finish one enemy before you attack the second one. I know, but I'm a very greedy dwarf player. I'm very, very greedy when I play dwarves, because I know what they can do. I know what dwarves are capable of, you know? Carefully don't overextend. I know, I'm trying to overextend. I mean, that's why we lost the campaign. Well, we didn't lose it, but we got, you know, punished for it. The original enemy is super weak. Send a couple warriors and gyros. Yeah, maybe Ungrim should just go north instead. But then I'm really far away from Skarsnik. And my secondary army will need that. See, that's my logic, right? If I send Ungrim to the north, they can't help with Skarsnik. Whereas if it's my craft sack, then it doesn't matter as much.
Iron Fist.
Am I really going to do the exact same thing again?
Follow at your peril. We'll retake the lost
Tempted to.
halls, Father. I'll redeem the Iron Fist name. Attack them.
I think I just misplayed more than anything because I can recruit in the Dwarf Lord, Dwarf Hero, yeah, Dwarf Warrior.
Warhammer. You will respect your
Like,
Warhammer.
no, at this time we had attrition of the pirates, didn't we? So I didn't have 19 units at this point. So if I do the same over here, and I don't recruit Slayers and I recruit Dwarf Warriors, it'll make it so I'm not bleeding money as fast. It's 4 Gyrocopters and then the Dwarf Warriors. We need to do this for Ungrim so we can get experience as soon as possible on him. Did you get the press release build, Belsley? What, for Mana Lords? Or this game, Neurosis? Slayers have always been sort of not worth their costs for me, but I'm interested to see how they do it in 5.0. They definitely are in 5.0. Appreciate you for trying them. No, man, much love to you, buddy. Let's see if I've got the Ancillaries. I don't have the Slayer Ancillaries, which sucks. To reduce the cost.
I must fulfill my
Oh, this game? Oh, yeah. Neurosis, I was given early access a long time ago.
To doom them.
I was given access a long time ago. So I've been playing it for a wee bit. There's a mod named Iron Brotherhood. 7 dwarf unit. It's so OP. When at max level, they can destroy an entire room by themselves. I mean, it depends on what they're fighting, right? You know, Belagar's wife killed 100 storm vermin by herself in lore. So it depends on what they're fighting. Depends what they are. Depends who they are. Certain things in lore are very, very badass. You know, there's a lot of really badass characters in lore. Wow, we had more movement this time. I'm really confused by that.
No reason for it.
It's annoying that it takes me so long to get over there, though. Honestly, the fight is, we obviously did this fight previously. I'm gonna, or is it? I'm gonna AR it just to see how bad the auto resolve is. Honestly, that's not too bad. Just for the sake of testing this and theory crafting it, I'm doing that. Ooh, yeah, that was a brutal AR. Jesus. That was not worth it, lads.
Doom chaser.
Do we then push it to the limits
We
here?
sharpen our own axes here.
If we press spacebar, we can see that I can move
Something
here.
over there.
I'm going to ignore the vampires for sure now.
Die like a
No, we need double gyrocopters. See, this is where I start bleeding money. This is where we bleed the money. Until I get the Ancillary for Ungrim, I don't think it's worth having Slayers in the army. Yeah, I don't think it's worth having Slayers in the army. Or, like, as many Slayers as I do. As I'm just bleeding money. Because the Slayers aren't performing at twice the level of what a Dwarf Warrior can do. Like that, I'm certain of. And it's probably more effective for me to just merge these. From a cost perspective, it's probably just smarter. And then we're going to grab in the Dwarf Warriors, like we said. It's a shame this is only specific to the minor units. Which really does suck, honestly. Because you got to go to Quarter Clan, which is gate kept by Oath Gold. Any updates for Ungrim that are new to stream since embargo dropped? Have you seen the patch 5.0 Neurosis stuff? Like the stuff for the patch 5.0? Maybe just, honestly, stacking Axe Lord again probably is just the play.
to die in battle.
Like, the more I think about it, the more that probably is the best.
My Slayer oath.
Then the main things for the DLC that Ungrim gets is the Doom Seekers, which are insanely good inventory killers. The Goblin Hewers, which is good at inventory killing and Slayers. And pretty much anything. You get Dragon Slayer Heroes, which gives replenishment. You get Thunder Barges. Gyrocopters are changed, which I'm sure you remember. And then you get Ungrim, which is Ungrim's son. Within the DLC for the Dowie. So some really nice changes. Obviously there's, you know, Malachi too. It's a weird puzzle. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, all they did was just separate the massive dwarf tree into two separate areas. So it's still really big, but they've obviously moved it. So this guy's worth using because of the fact that he's got siege attacker. So I'll siege attacker this over here. I think I honestly attacked sooner. If there's nobody in this settlement, I can probably attack now, and then just put Dwarf Warrior recruitment in here. Because as I go, I don't think we'll stop doing what he's doing. He'll probably send the secondary army over. Weirdly enough, the vampires haven't run into here. So yeah, rock shells have been destroyed. So military presence should be over here. And due to the fact that I have siege attacker, I'm going to go ahead and do this. This seems like the right play to do. Because there's no way, that, like I said, there's nobody in there. Like, there's no way there was nobody in there. There was no way there was somebody in there. Excuse me. And having siege attacker allows me to attack this straight away. Instead of having to wait around. Twiddling my thumbs, you know? If I had to wait around, then it would have been brutal. Hey, OPM. Seen the vampires? The Greenskins faction every campaign? Yeah, the Greenskin, the minor Greenskin, is it the Dripping Fangs, OPM? They do seem pretty good now. Like, they seem like they're doing work. I don't know if they've been given some other secret source from Scarsticus or what, but... yeah, it definitely doesn't seem their usual selves. We'll just use the gyrocopters pretty much to kill everything here. These gyrocopters are broken. Right. It's just the fact that they've got so much ammunition is the thing that's crazy to me. If they didn't have as much ammunition as they do, they wouldn't be as bad. But they just have so much ammunition that you can just kill pretty much anything. Where's their at? Wow, their archers are over there for some reason. Right, I'll just shoot the snot out of them then, I guess. Did you see the other two beautiful? Yeah, the gyrocopters are insanely good right now. The brimstone, meh. These guys, really good. I wouldn't actively... I would recruit these. If I had a tier 3 engineering building, I wouldn't even recruit the brimstone variant. I'd recruit these instead. They're so much better. They're a little squishy from what I've seen. Oh yeah, anytime you've got like a unit like a gyrocopter that's super squishy, you just gotta be really careful. You gotta be really careful within the melee scenario. Well, within the damage scenarios they're in. For example, you don't want to run them at a range unit, right? They just don't. They won't do well against a range unit. Hold on, their minimum range of engagement right now is kicking off. So if you're not aware, gyrocopters have a minimum range of engagement. So if they're in this little bit here, they can't shoot. Also, let me just shut the tower quickly as well. I should be able to just destroy this tower quickly. Ooh, there's another tower there. There's arrows coming over my way as well. It's interesting that it almost feels like this guy's a locked formation. There we go. It feels a lot nicer now to shoot. Oh yeah, I actually have turned music off. I turned the music off because of videos I was making. Still managing to play at full speed. Yeah, I think I just know exactly what I need to do is the main thing with the units. You guys a little quiet? Yeah, it definitely was. You're not wrong. Thank you for the reminder. I think it's one of those things where when you play the game as much as I have, you just sort of know exactly what you need to do with your units without having to think about it. And I definitely think this is the smartest thing I can do. This is the min-max right here. We can even use the gyro bombs. God, I love these gyrocopters. Right, so with them moving towards us, let's just position them for the gyro bombs then.
Gyrocopter bombs!
Oh, they're running away.
I know.
You cowards, get back here!
Yes, yes.
Let's wait for it.
Loose!
Beautiful. Move on over again. I don't know if the archers... Yeah, the archers are still vibing over there for some reason. Not going to complain about it, as it really helps.
Dive bomb.
You know what I mean? It's one of those classic things where it's very much helping, so... I really don't mind them doing that.
Fulfill your Slayer oath! Do not shame your ancestors.
Crap, we've run out of ammo now.
Gyrocopter!
Oh, we didn't put the engineer in the army! I'm an idiot! Yeah, I'm an idiot. We could have put the engineer in the army. SMH Battlesy. SMH. I could have put the engineer. This would have made it so much easier. Oh, this would have made it so much easier. Nah, we don't need to restart or anything like that. It's just going to make this battle a little bit more awkward, but we'll be fine. Because you guys haven't ever witnessed the deja vu gyrocopter. I'm going to run over to these... Oh, they're moving now. I was going to say I was going to melee them. I was going to attempt to melee the gyrocopter, the archers on that side.
Range fire, range fast.
Hmm.
Gyrocopter. Kill Urks. Gyrocopter.
Do.
Nothing can stop us.
If I could use the if I could slow the camera down, I probably would use it on legendary, but you're not allowed to.
Range fast.
Like slow mo is so goddamn useful, but I don't have access to it. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Quick cheeky cycle charge with the gyrocopters here. So the only thing that should be left is the archers, right? Yeah, 3 archers. That's the only thing that's left.
Ready to strike.
Little cheeky little cycle run through here.
Yes.
Any of you have any bombs? No. Move back.
Strike out.
So we're gonna knock stuff off the wall.
Take to the air.
Slightly worried we're gonna take entity losses, but pull them out now. Wow, low key, we actually kind of crushed them. No, we're losing some of them.
Range fast.
Okay, let's attack through now. Shame you don't get Journey's End on all of your Slayers, but it's understandable you don't.
Bearing bombing run.
Okay, bombing run on both of these boys now. I just can't really justify getting close enough to do that.
Will do.
Let's move over here. Let's position them correctly if we can.
The ancestors. Gyrocopter.
In fairness to the Urks, I would be also afraid of gyro bombs being dropped on me here. And we'll move over here. I can probably do a little drive-by. Like so. These are the lads that have ammunition. I'm not going to shoot the goblin, the gobbos. It's not worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. And as long as all I need to do basically is just go flank around the archers here. As long as I'm running around the archers, avoiding their line of fire, I can just use the gyrocopters as a cycle charge from behind. Okay, victory in our grasp is a huge, huge thing to see. So let's move these guys away so they don't get shot at with the towers, because you know any little thing like that might impact my ability to win this one in the quick succession that we have. I honestly don't know if the ammunition is going to be worth them more than the goblins' lives. It's a really good question. I generally do not know how the balance of power would be weighted in that respect. I'd have to really dig into the game files and things like that to understand, you know, per shot, how much damage on the gyrocopters you need to do to make sure that you're not losing balance of power shooting goblins. That is definitely getting stuck in the weeds, that's for sure.
Wizards!
Nice.
Shocks away!
So yeah, the gobos over here is good for me. It's only archers that are left, and obviously Slayer's going to be good to chase them down. So yeah, comfortable with speeding it back up. Right, so let's grab the 2 gyrocopters that have ammunition left. Stop them from shooting. We can go behind these archers here, because they're not actually capable of shooting back. Now they're capable of shooting back, run away. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that sometimes, boys. I want to try and avoid taking entity losses, because you can see we still have 12 out of 12, right? If I can sustain that, that's exactly what we want. Yeah, these archers are going to struggle to defend themselves against a bunch of giga-chatted slayers. Beautiful. This is what I needed to do. Yeah, I feel so much better about this run. I feel so much better about this run because I'm doing more things at once. So now all I need to do is move these gyrocopters over to round the outside, to deal with these archers on this side. Because they're facing this direction. All that works too. So yeah, we managed to do this with a 1 loss. So next turn we'll replenish them, I'm sure. Do gyros more than before? Definitely. Because you can get them tier 2. So taking this settlement like that is huge, because it'll give me the money for it. And what I can do is get Dwarf Warriors now. So when Azag inevitably comes over, we'll have the army to defeat him. Because this is definitely an optimization using the Demon Slayer guy. There may be value in me actually swapping him out to be a normal Dwarf Lord. Like, honestly, that could have value. Because I would have a person that can actually tank. Instead. Yeah, honestly, now I think about it, probably is not a bad shout. Because we needed the siege attack from this guy. Alright. Should be fine.
We can hold this.
But I feel like that's one of those reproducible things that, you know, anybody can kind of do, which is good. I guess now we have the ammunition, we might as well just go and fire into tradition and innovation. 10% ammunition is not a terrible thing. Maybe the front line would have been better to go into. So now Ungrim... Yeah, well, the thing is, the funny thing with Rat Matcher is I don't think it has any value, because anything that's going to come towards me will be this way. So I'll have the engagement scenarios that I'm looking for instead.
Welcome, Ken.
God, Thorgrim has such an easy time. Like, why is Skarsnik not murdering him?
Most wise.
Just don't get in my way. One rag.
Yeah, without a gyrocopter, this kind of does suck.
Doom chest.
God, I really wish you could, like, have the units moving by themselves like you can in Rome Total War.
The Slayer in me seeks death. Moving.
And new with the White Dwarf? Not massively, I don't believe. The White Dwarf hasn't received an insane amount of love, as far as I'm aware.
Who calls?
Well, in relation to, like, Ungrim, for example, and the rest of them.
Natural authority.
I know, OPM, you've played Grombrindle recently. What's the main changes that you've seen? So I don't believe there's a crazy amount, honestly, as far as I'm aware.
Indubitably.
Nice. What I need is that Azag's secondary army comes towards me and I can fight them and kill them with just the gyrocopter. Because this is going to Float me. The money I'm going to get from him is going to float me. 3 new skills that all dwarf lords get. Classic. Classic. The dwarf, the skill that either the runesmiths get or the skill that the dwarf warriors get. The dwarf lords. Are the chaos lords a threat in this campaign? Nah, not really. I'm dual streaming. I am indeed Neurosis. I am indeed matey. Let's go leadership, even though it's not going to be too beneficial because most of my stuff is unbreakable. You get all 3? Oh, okay, nice.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
So this is seemingly the same.
Certainly.
We sharpen our own axes here.
Is somebody here? I think somebody might be there.
Slayer.
But I don't think I can reach them.
Exposed.
I can't. Azeg's actually here.
Now we wait. What?
Indeed.
Well, that does force me to go jump over here, though.
In battle.
And the Dwarf Warriors will help so much more. I don't want to run the risk of the glitch in relation to monies. It's shocking how little these guys are fighting.
General.
Wind Shaper.
Oh, interesting. You could meet Gelt through declaring war with these guys because of the
I am
caravans.
equipped to talk on military matters, but little else.
Right, let's try and figure out ways of making money.
You are in the presence of celestial blood.
Honestly, this looks like it's hella grudge, right? This looks like it's a really dumb idea, but I really don't think it is. If I declare war on them, right, I will recover the... I'll recover it 100%. They'll forget about the fact that I declared war on them, and most likely what will happen is I'll make a lot of money from getting peace with them as part of me becoming quite a powerhouse from a strength rank perspective. And I should have recruited with Oldar there. I should have recruited 100%. Losing 2 Dwarf Warriors there might make me struggle against Azeg. Yeah, because he's there now. Let me look at his army first. Yeah, losing those Dwarf Warriors don't help. Yeah, him raiding me does definitely help stack up the grudges, though, which is good, at least. So hopefully he'll come siege me. Because next time if he sieges me, we're in a good spot.
Doom Chaser.
I'm not going to build that just yet.
Onward.
Honestly, I don't think there's much point in me going into that replenishment, because I think it's based off of Garagrim's right now. Yeah, it's based off of Garagrim's replenishment, because I need to put this guy in second, so... Let's go weapon strength.
Aye. My vows will be satisfied with this.
We could declare war on the mutinous dudes, but I don't think it's worth it right now. So, Pyrrhic situation again. Regents of Renown. I'm not a high enough level. You only get Regents of Renown at level 10 plus. So with the Slayers and the Dwarf Warrior situation, we're going to be in a lot better scenario. This will be so much easier. It's still crazy to me. It's still crazy to me, the dynamics of the fight. Like, Slayer Pirates just seem so trash. Dwarf Warriors are a lot better until you can buff the Slayers. But you need some Slayers to act as cavalry. Either you have the Slayers that act as cavalry, or you have the Dwarf Warriors in frontline to give you that consistent base for your backline units, or you just use gyrocopters to kill their infantry. And or lords. Faster Dwarf, yeah, I love that it says that. This place is the best side to attack from. We do have the Wrath of Rune, so yeah, we should be completely fine. El Clasico, you guys have seen me fight this side of the battle quite a lot. But once again, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, boys. Let's move forward now. Let's grab everybody moving forward. And then grab my my lords here, specifically in heroes, to go in towards attacking this. If I had perfect vigor, I'd probably send one of these boys up to the walls. If you have range damage to protect Slayers. What about to hold? Yeah. I mean, it's one of the main things, like, one of the biggest factors when it comes to this game most of the time is what is my army missing? And, you know, what is going to make me struggle? And then once you start having those questions, you can start building out your army comp to deal with the threats that are normally really annoying. And gyrocopters honestly deal with most of those threats. They really give you the option to deal with most of them. Are the Giant Slayer good frontline? No. Do not use Slayers as frontline unless you have the Journey's End 50%. Only Ungrim can get away with using Slayers frontline. But you need the upgraded Journey's End to frontline them. You'll need Dwarf Warriors to be the frontline. Because you have to be very careful not to use them. Honestly, I know this fight well enough that I'm probably going to be able to fast forward most of it. El Clasico, get the Quarrelers in position, shoot the dudes over the side. What we can do is actually get a couple Dwarf Warriors on the walls as well. Because then it'll enable us to get the Thunder on the wall as well. Let's start shooting. But then again, we don't want the Dwarf Warriors when Skulkers are on the wall. Because an exhausted Dwarf Warrior will get absolutely battered. Like, it wouldn't be remote. It wouldn't even be close either. An exhausted Dwarf Warrior would die so easily against a Skulker. So you have to be so careful. I mean, to make sure these guys are guard mode too. Otherwise they're going to run away. Let them shoot whatever they can. Once this opens up, do you know what? I should potentially even... What I should honestly be doing, the more I think about it, is probably just use my Slayers to just open up this area over here. Instead of trying to attack all in one direction. I'm going to get my Slayers over there. Unless they attack capping towers, though. The Tower of the Captures is not ideal there. I just think that right now it's going to be so much harder to defeat them if I am just attacking in one direction. As it's a lot easier to predict. And then again, we've got Journey's End. Come on, boys, get us through the gates. I'm going to go really aggressive again. Apart from the Runesmith. The Runesmith should not be in melee. Okay, funnel through now, boys. Honestly, I don't think this is a bad thing. Shoot, I should not use Red Rune, ever. Never use Red Rune, honestly, boys. Lowering your melee defense, making you susceptible to tons of damage is just not worth it. Honestly, let's get the Quarrelers a little bit closer. And I'm going to engage upon getting the Thunderers on the wall already. Once I deem it worthy, we'll jump in with another unit. So the main thing here is not to take too much damage, right? If I take way too much damage, I'm going to struggle. Because I'm going to have a hard time recovering from the next fight we have to do with Skarsnik. Yeah, Garagrim's been a badass. Ungrim's been awesome. We're pushing through here. Thunder's on the wall, pushing them back there. Beautiful. Streaming challenge campaigns, Sharky? Honestly, that's sort of how I, as a creator, started blowing up. Well, I think blowing up's the wrong word. Started growing as a creator as I did loads of challenge campaigns. Like, to the people that have watched me quite a lot, they'll remember my, my no-loss Karl Franz, my no-money spend Karl Franz, no-loss Norska in Warhammer 2 that took me to, like, about 100 hours. Yeah, I've done a lot of really cool campaigns like that. I recently did, I'll say recently, within like 6 months, I did a no-loss, no-money challenge as Slaanesh and won it. Where I literally couldn't lose a single battle, nor could I spend any money, and I still won. It was ridiculous. Couldn't spend money, nor could I lose a battle, and I still won. Any plans for Norska? What, do you mean from me playing them, or from a content being added perspective? No Lost Empire was brutal? Yeah. No Lost Empire is no bueno. As I shaved my head for it. But I don't regret it. Content being added. I'm going to hope How do you not spend money? I mean, it's a good question. I think it's... You've got to, like, remember that upkeep and things like that is always going to be spent, right? I can't help that. But it's physically spending gold or treasury inside of the battle themselves, right? So I'm not allowed to spend any money post what my army's upkeep is. That's like the TLDR of it. Like, you just can't buy anything. You can't upgrade your buildings. There's literally nothing you can do in that regard. And it was a really fun campaign. I learned a lot. It was definitely a good learning curve of how to min-max certain campaigns. Nice. Let's get the Slayers on the left side. I don't want to go through the barricade again. I think if we just completely cover them here with the range fire that we got, maybe even get you guys on the wall as well. Move up with the runes. We're going to be shot by that tower over there, but I'm okay with it. I just need the oomph of the Slayers to come through. And if they blob enough, I will justify an overcast of this. But right now, without these Skulkers in, I can't justify an overcast of the rune. Because the cooldown just goes up too high. When's the next This Is Total War? Yeah, I would happily do This Is Total War anytime soon. So I'm just focusing on trying to get out good content in relation to the new DLC stuff. Is my main focus at the moment. But as long as I have time to think about it, I don't think there's anything that I could do in game that I wouldn't be able to do. Within reason, right? As part of the traditional campaigns. I'm going to cast it here, actually. Let's kill the Skulkers. Trolls are coming back in. Yeah, no, Civilian. How are we doing, matey? It's good to see you. Ooh, good hits. The dwarves are the best content, and you know it. I do wonder if this is friendly fireable. But I don't know. That was always the best content? Agreed. Confirmed dwarves best. Dwarves are the best faction in the game. Confirmed. Good news is we actually really do have a good positioning here. Just a little bit afraid of the tower still. Another one of them comes over. Yeah, we're just sort of bottlenecked right now, so that's probably why I should have had the Dwarf Warriors coming through this way. Slayers coming the left side. What I'm going to try and do is attack these guys all the way back here, and maybe Ungrim does his little roll. As if he does his roll, I can break a lot of the infantry line here. Ungrim Iron Fist. It's the son of Ungrim. Go on, Ungrim. I'm just going to use it now. Holy crap, it melts. It absolutely melts, doesn't it? And now we can do an Overcasted Wrath and Ruin, and then we've broken through here already. That's what we're looking for. Holy crap, that Ungrim ability is insane, dudes. That is unbelievably good. That is a really, really goddamn good ability by Ungrim. Completely shattered this front line here. It's time to push through now. Massive, massive balance of power advantages there. Father and son be slaying. Father and son be slaying indeed. Ungrim honestly should be able to smoke this lord over here, but I'll move over. The Slayers are running to their death. We're going to take a wee bit of damage on the Slayers now, but that's okay. I'm going to probably move the Thunderers over this side now. I'm going to make sure they follow the walls, and then we'll move them all the way this way to shoot from up here if we need to. Wow, the difference maker here is huge. There's too many chefs in the kitchen. I think it honestly is. So let's get all my single entities. Move all the units. Comes out on the 30th. It does, matey. Yep. Comes out on the 30th indeed. Oh shoot, Skulkers are here. That's really not good that they flanked legitimately all the way around. Any way we get shots from here? That'd be nice if so. Let's get the rest of the units up. Bit of a cluster. Can't wait to try out the new content. Yeah, man. I can assure you the content is pretty damn fun. The worth will be worth it. The wait will be worth it. I mean, surely there's not that many. Yeah, I was going to say victory in grasp. I'm thinking to myself, surely there's not that many things left. Like, who is left at this battlefield right now? This is a classic example of making sure that I was kind of like playing towards my victory condition significantly better. As beforehand, I didn't allow my runesmith to get the most value. I wasn't allowed. I didn't get Garagrim in there. You know, I wasn't using my units to the most, to their highest potential, shall I say? When it'll be on sale, I would not know that, unfortunately, Timothy. Sorry, matey. But like I said, on the tournament that I'm hosting on the 4th, chat will receive TOD giveaway codes if you are interested. You just need to watch and/or participate. Either watch or play, and you'll get codes. That's what I want to. That's what I envisioned. I can't just use my Troll armies with Azak to crush them in like Warhammer 2. Yeah, you'll have a little bit of a harder time beating Ungrim now. He definitely isn't a pushover. Let's move on the left side now. Huge. I think honestly the Wrath and Rune, cheeky little situation here. Are you running into get in line of sight? You are indeed. Good. Beautiful hit. Nice. Watch your play to get random codes, or we can choose our lord. Yeah, choose the DLC pack you want. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that tournament. It's gonna be really good fun. Do I still have it on my copy pasta? I don't. What was my last message I said? Yeah, that one. Boom. Can I choose all three? Greedy sod. Yeah, there'll be codes with all three. So if you guys want to compete in the tournament I'm on about there, fill out that Google form and you can put in your Discord, your name, for Twitch or YouTube, so I know which side you guys are on. To fill out your skill level. And then I'll put it into a challenge, so you go against people of equal skill. The tournament's on the 4th of May, so may the 4th be with you. And we're going to have special guest commentators like Legend of Total War, Akoi, Nerd Rage Fred. Hopefully, I'm hoping we get Turin in there, but we'll see. But yeah, if you're interested in competing in a tournament that's for any skill bracket, that'd be where you'd put your name. I think we already have quite a lot of people involved, so it'd be really cool to get even more. Someone say Fred? Fred indeed. I don't see an annotation for skill level as God. I'm not surprised, Scracloud, because the form actually only applies to what your current skill level is. So it's like a generative AI. Yeah, so it's like generative AI it knows you're not of that level, so it just doesn't put you give you the option. Right, let's go over here. Mention it in line stream, so you can't. Oh no, that's why I haven't asked him. That's why I haven't asked Lion. I know he's a busy bee. I know he's a busy bee. That's why I don't want to burden him with asking him. Yeah, getting him to commentate would be dope, but he's busy. Can we watch him play for multiple chances of winning? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do we have the garrison replenished? No, not really.
Demon Slayer.
4 of the gyrocopters will be able to beat his trolls up and everything like that, so I'm not too worried about that. Scarsec, I'm pretty sure, is down here. I'm not going to build anything because I need the buffer. I'm going to wait because I think I need a little bit more of a buffer. My expectation is that Azag will probably siege me. If Azag sieges me, then he won't be in an encampment stance, which means he won't have leadership and melee defense bonuses. Wow, he just straight sends it. Do I trust the auto-resolve here? No. If I auto-resolve that and all of a sudden it doesn't kill him, like it's not a full wipe of the army, I'm screwed. Although I think it'll be... Oh, it's a defensive siege, isn't it? Oh, this is free then, surely. Yeah, this is a defensive siege, this is free. My gyrocopters will do work, the towers will do work. We're fine. And it's dwarven settlements, it's not human settlements, so it's even better. Honestly, I with a passion hate most Empire siege defenses. I with a passion hate them. Because you have so many spots where you can't defend yourself. And it's really silly. As it's going to be painful to kill, Chosen. You haven't seen the new gyrocopters, my friend. The new gyrocopters will make mincemeat of him. We'll make absolute mincemeat of him. So don't worry about that. Right. Tower here, tower there. So the gyrocopter is going to kill Azag easily. What we want to do is have... We're going to make it as painful as possible for them to get in, is basically my goal here. I'm going to put all my garrison units on this left side. And holding the walls, just trying to be a pain. We're going to try and keep them at bay here. By using all these units. Slayer's going to chill out a little bit on the back. And the gyrocopters are going to go and run over and kill Azag, is the plan here. Trolls I'm not too worried about, because it's going to take them a bit of time to get useful anyway. So legit doesn't matter who they shoot over here. The Grush throwers are going to... the specific gob rock lobbers will struggle to kill anything anytime soon anyway. So let me just chill out for a second. As long as my towers are doing damage to something, I'm happy. Let's just shoot these folks over here. Sucked about the Spirit Leech situation, but I guess it'll happen. Make sure we're close enough on that side. There's a tower location we can build over here as well, which will help with the left flank. We shouldn't be too far away from destroying the catapults, and then obviously we'll just kill Azag. And then we'll kill the trolls over this side as well. So once they're wavering, we'll do one more volley. One more volley. And then let's start moving these guys into a position where we can just stagger Azag to kill them. So as long as we're shooting from multiple directions, we should be okay. Gyrocopters are very accurate. Yeah, the tier 2 gyros are so good, man. The tier 2 gyrocopters are so goddamn good. So this is the reworked version of the Steam gyrocopters, so they're really strong. Right, so Azag is almost dead. Wow, I'm getting shot at by my own towers. That feels bad. That feels pretty bad, man. Right. Azag's dead. Now let's move over here. Let's make sure to kill as many as we can. Build the big old turret, barricade there. Trolls are making their way through the gatehouse. This is where the gyrocopters come in. Go. Now let's kill the shaman with the Gyro squad. The archers are going to be moving up this way. I'm going to probably do what the AI normally does to me. Put double barricade situation, another barricade situation there, and we can delay it quite a lot. Let's just kill the shaman. I think this guy will probably be able to kill a lot of these buggers, because it'll be pretty staggered. Wow, terror. Oh, of course, the Azag War gives terror. Pretty cool, I like that. Beautiful. Reposition for the trolls now. And or slayers can just crush them completely. I really don't mind. Can time pass quicker so I can play? Let's get the slayers in there, that's what they're good at. And just move away from the archers as well. Doesn't mean we can't hit them at the same time. Let's stop firing at will just so we can make sure that my slayers can do their job. Yeah, already routed the trolls. Beautiful. Let's fire at will again. Let's just shoot whatever we can on this side. I might split them up a little bit so we can deal with the left-hand side. But I think we're okay. Building the tower here as well. So now the infrastructure is going to be really, really solid. Because it's honestly a really good defendable position, this one. This map's actually pretty good to defend, honestly. It can be a real pain in the nuts to try and siege it. Just due to all of the random, like, places that you gotta take before all the towers stop shooting you. So yeah, 3 towers situated here is pretty savage. Yeah, it's bosh, bosh, bosh. Really savage location. And since these gyrocopters have a bazillion ammunition, we can just keep shooting. Yeah, haven't really lost too much. You got Manlords? Yeah, Manlords is an awesome job. It's such a good game. The fact that it was made by one dev is just incredible to me as well. Well, let me get one to keep shooting, actually. We'll need one dude to keep shooting. Pretty chill? Yeah, really, really chill game. Let's get a tower over here as well, shall we? move over here. Let's just do the gyro bombing runs. We'll do it like this. Nice. Some of them are not going to hit or anything, but that's fine. You're doing a Gorok campaign? Nice. Gorok's really cool. I like Gorok. Anything over here we need to shoot? Yes, let's go do the bombing run on these gobbo archers over here. Wait, there's more. I know it's the testers, right? I know he's got quite a few people testing it. Hey, Grekel. I'm lost bonus is surely going to kick in soon. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, like... I was getting that feeling in the plums, you know? Good defense, at least. So, Azag's dead. Shaman's died from that. Only really my Lord took a bit of a beating there. Which I'm happy to swap out to another guy. You know, I don't mind that at all. Been looking for a while. Thank you, Grekel. Appreciate it. You think they ever be able to make it so players don't have to watch other players battle and they can fight their own on the campaign map? No, I doubt it. I honestly don't think that's within Warhammer 3's capabilities, engine-wise. Because that would mean a lot of things would have to be considered while a lot of things are going on. Yeah, a lot of stuff has to go on at the same time for that. Right, nice. I'm so much happier with this campaign now.
A quest has been issued, mighty
A
lord.
quest, mighty lord.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Not bad.
Get more ammunition.
By my back.
Pyrrhic victory. We'll win this just from the gyrocopters alone, Lamel. The gyrocopters alone, we'll just kill them all. So, let them do their thing, you know? Let them do their thing. Alright.
Demon Slayer.
Can a Demon Slayer one versus a Bloodthirster? Probably not. Purely because of the health differential. It honestly mainly boils down to how much health this identity has.
Stand together.
Like, for example, Valkyrie versus Skarbrand, statistically, if you take out health, Valkyrie would win that, but she has such little HP compared to Skarbrand. And that's where she... oh, my computer's lagging a bit. That's where she struggles. She has way less HP. Dude, honestly, doing the gyro bombers at the same time does not seem worth it. Or doing the bombs at the same time does not seem like it's worth it. Because you never end up with a good hit. Honestly, the only thing I really need to kill is just the archers here. Once I get rid of the archers, then everything else is so free. Because all the infantry can be shot at like crazy. And as long as I keep a couple shots on the gyro bombers, or the ammunition of the activatable, should be fine. Let me zoom these guys over to the trolls real quick. Right. Trolls should be very easy to kill, so I don't have to worry too much. But now the archers are starting to get crushed. We should be absolutely fine. What we'll do is we'll wide deploy these guys as well. Sit on top of each other. While the gyrocopters are doing their work. And now we can focus on the general now. I'm happy for the garrison just to come in and just try and sponge all the damage they possibly can do. That's pretty much the job of a garrison in my eyes. As long as the garrison's being... as long as the garrison sponges quite a lot of health here, I'm happy.
Nothing can stop us.
Good.
Right. Drag them down. Shots away.
Beautiful. They seemingly are going to get into a position where they can. These little cheeky rascal goblin archers coming back, eh? Beautiful. Beautiful, boys. Garrison sponging. Very happy with that. Slagger's on the left, but we'll deal with Slagger accordingly. Let's move forward with everything. Dude, the gyrocopters are so goddamn good, man. I love the gyrocopters. Get the execution in there. And let's move on up to get the bombs through, because now the infantry are blobbing. Beautiful. Same again. I really don't care for the garrison's health, so bit of scathing tactic here, but it should be absolutely fine. Beautiful. How many times did you say I love the gyrocopters? Are so good? I mean, I do love the gyrocopters. They are so good. They're very, very goddamn good. Yeah, thankfully the garrison's what took the majority of the damage. Which is good. It's what we're looking for. Beautiful. Killing down damage a gudgeon. The thing is, those bombs most likely wouldn't have killed them because they have such high health. Gyrocopters are only new motivation. They're as good as you keep telling them. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the motivational thing that we need to keep on consistently doing. Right, so that's huge. We've killed that army. Of course, there's 2.5 armies here, though. Classic. Yeah, I don't believe they'll be able to get towards me. But that's the main one dead. And Scarstick is creeping around here somewhere, but army-wise, we're in a much, much better spot. I'm going to jump over here. And he can attack me for once. In the underway, it'll be so much nicer. What this means is I'm most likely going to be able to get... Ooh, I need 600 more. So I need to kill Scarstick and take a settlement and kill an army over here.
Slayer to doom, then.
Asking for a lot here, like.
We sharpen our own axes here.
I'm asking for a lot here.
The nation calls. Yes, yes.
Individually, I can kill them, but maybe not put together. I don't want to risk it. But nice, I'm happy with that. For turn 10, we can definitely get it. Scarstick will probably fight me, and then another settlement will do. I'd imagine Scarstick may even come and attack me now. The unfortunate situation is if Scarstick jumps over. Oh, he attacks me good. Honestly, getting him fully killed is so good for the auto-resolve. And this makes it so that I can take his settlements to guarantee the 100% grudge. So I'm going to take that. That's too tempting not to. Getting him killed is huge there. It's a good fight. I know it's a good fight, but it's the auto-resolve's too good not to. The audible... the quest battle, true. Actually, King Mike, the quest battle is definitely an option. It's one of those things where it's too difficult not to. I mean, we have all the capabilities, especially within a siege. Yeah, there you go, boom. 100% Age of Reckoning. That's what we're looking for. That is the kicker that you needed. Let's do this. Age of Reckoning. Because I think it's percentage kills, right? I think the more of the army you kill, the more grudges you get. Or the more grudges you you sort out.
Stop that!
Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably how it works. I don't know 100%, but definitely seemed worth doing that. It definitely seemed that was the tackle and the approach I should have taken. Right. Folks, I am going to do what they call end it here. Thank you very much for watching, boys. I do appreciate you. You guys are all awesome. Hope you guys had a wonderful morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. We're going to be shooting tomorrow and Sunday, so prepare yourselves for that. But yeah, had so much fun. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. I'm going to go to bed. See you in a while, Crocodile. Much love to you, boys. Much love. You guys are all amazing. Thanks for the stream. You are more than welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Promise a long one. I did, but... I mean, 4 hours is longer than I usually do. Tomorrow will be the long stream, that's for sure. I've got to make sure the dog's okay because my partner's not here. But yeah, appreciate you, boys. Have a good one. You guys are amazing. We'll probably be playing Tamarkan tomorrow at 3i. Appreciate you. Bye-bye for now.